Boom.
Apparently, Twitch is really, really bad lately. Really angry lately about any copyright.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh.
Yeah, I was watching a couple of streams and they're talking about how it is a zero tolerance policy for anything copywritten right now.
Yeah,
Wow.
that makes a lot of sense.
Damn.
All right, so we come back into our game as we are helping the elven nation of Athilanoris, located in the north part of our continent, right in the north.
Right in the north? Is it the north part of the country?
Yeah.
Is there a king in this north?
No, actually, we decided that it was an elven council of sages.
Council of the North!
Council of the North.
Council of the
Well,
North.
it sounds like the North needs a king, so you're
So,
welcome.
As we explore the land above the forests of Athilanoris, and you guys meet a druid who helps guide you through the forest, sensing great dark energy disturbances throughout the forest. You guys have gone to what you thought was the most recent disturbance, and you cleared out. You investigated and you cleared out all the monsters there, and then the druid felt a disturbance rising from the south. And based off the growth that your druid Koru has been sensing, and from like the first ones being just like the size he felt the first ones being to the size that he felt this latest one being, as this new one grows, he knows that it's going to take a while. It's going to take about a day, based off a rough estimation, for it to get to, as long as it continues to get to a bigger disturbance, like every single one has been in the line. And you guys find and that's to your south, more near the border of Athilanoris is where this disturbance is coming. Two other noteworthy things that happened last week is you guys befriended a bunch of huge ostriches.
Yes, we did.
I did not forget about the ostriches.
The ostrich.
They are in it for the snacks.
Yes.
Same.
And also, your half-orc cavalier. You guys did not realize when he died. You realized
It's hard to imagine, but imagine an ugly elf, because you're going to have to.
Yeah.
But by elvish standards.
And then, yeah, your half-orc died, and you realized that he was attacked by those creatures, the Remensaras, which I'll
Poison got himself a bit.
show to players. Those monsters there, when they deal damage to you, if you don't heal that damage and you die, you get set upon with reincarnation. So, the half-orc died and was immediately reincarnated by this monster and turned into a half-elf. No, full elf.
Full elf.
100% elf.
Imagine a Remisary.
He's in the right place for it.
So now,
That's what it is.
Dance party. Everybody doing the worm.
The knife ear territory.
if you cleared the Remensera, Austin.
No, I think we're supposed to call them forest walkers.
Ooh, what's up, Seven?
Seven!
How's it going?
That is very similar to the fat Calipitator
Calipitator?
from Bizraf. Except this one is a lot angrier.
Butterfly.
Yeah.
Hey, he turned me into a beautiful butterfly, so.
And but yeah, I have to delete the ones that are on the main screen. Where's my mouse? Where is my mouse?
Where is my mouse?
Well,
It's right there. Where is my mouse?
Yeah, so
Where is my mouse?
we take over just as you guys finished off the
Oh, I didn't do a new picture.
orc mutant.
After you guys just, murdered a bunch of blind orcs.
Yeah, that's right. Core was
Did you guys make a knowledge check of the orc mutants and fail? Is that what it was?
I think, I just didn't get that good of a
Okay.
roll.
Potato from books.
Decapitator. Yeah, it's a caterpillar and a potato.
I think that
From
needs
Bugs
to be
Life.
in like our
Are
quote.
you sure there isn't a catapult in there somewhere?
Nope. No catapults.
No, I think Austin's got a point there.
Can it be a catapult potato?
Catapult potato?
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's fair.
I'm in.
A cat potato?
We're getting medieval on dinner.
Oh, we are playing D.
This
All right, so now you guys find yourselves as you slayed the orc mutants that you guys did not identify, and you feel this growing sense of dark energy from the south. The
There
group
aren't
has
any hot
quite a
chicks
distance to
around
travel. You know it'll
Pretty close
basically, like, if you guys start now, you'd be traveling through the night into the next day. So your question is whether you guys
So proud of you.
rest during that time period and go the next morning, or whether you just push through the night.
I always appreciate rest,
I don't think we should give them a chance to get away.
but I had a feeling that was what you were
I
going to
don't know
say.
if I'm going
and
to
I,
be even get some sleep tonight. So might as well just keep going, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I, feel that's,
Down for a little
I think that's what
sleep.
we ended up deciding before we ended last session. Was we were just going to power through it.
Okay. So you guys hop back onto your ostriches, and
What's up?
your war ostriches,
Ostrich. A ostrich?
and you guys start heading south. At this point, you guys are so far away that Cora's just like over there in that direction. South is where we need to head, and the ostriches, as paths need them to bend, whether it's that's the blight forest we already went to, so let's just veer around that, or if it's like here's a stream, so we need to find a way to cross. The ostriches will take paths to get around obstacles, but they're always based off Cora and Chorus's guidance, staying south. So you guys were in the afternoon when you were at this site. So you guys travel through the night, and surprisingly, it's a very uneventful night of just the ostriches moving at a decent trot. I mean, they're not full sprinting through the night because that would be asinine to do,
Well, I wish they would hurry up. They might as well do full sprints.
especially when it gets dark and it's harder for them to see. But as you guys reach the morning time,
I emailed you a picture of what Kren looks like, or Cormier looks like now.
yes, I saw that. I'm not going to change it right now.
Fine. It's fine, Brandon. You just have to download and then upload and then drag a picture of it. It's fine.
The ostriches end up running along a river. And everyone roll me a perception check.
5.
I guess I need dice for this game, huh?
Yeah.
It could be useful.
Actually, Austin really likes these online dice rollers. You could use one of those.
I got an 18 with an
18 with a natural 2.
19.
19?
30.
28.
Glad
30.
someone can see things.
Unfortunately, you're the furthest away because I imagine you're on Kren in the sky, correct?
Yeah, as close to them as I can be.
Yeah, I mean, like,
He can only how
so how this is going to play out is as you guys are, this is like morning light now. So you do have clear vision, but it's still a very early morning. And, Kren and Cormier are just flying above the ostriches, not too far away. We obviously have over here, it's hard to see them on this map. Where's my thing? But over here we have Koru and his hawk Naomi leading. And you guys can change the marching order if you want. I imagined, Poshmint may want to kind of be near the front because Poshmint, and then you have Cecil and Olney, and then Sahona leading up the rear with 3 empty ostriches. And you guys have probably been taking turns as ostriches get a little tired and want to break. But
we couldn't find any chocobos.
Cormier is
I would have won a Chocobro.
Well, we
kind of
didn't
sitting there
check the
flying, and he goes, "Is that a footprint of what kind of a beast?" And unfortunately,
It's like that T-Rex footprint in Godzilla.
yeah.
Yeah.
What you guys see is out of the ground, as your ostriches are riding by, you see these 3 monsters popping, burrowing out of the ground. And this bad boy right here actually gets a swipe at this ostrich and takes him out.
Oh shit.
And the one by Poshmint goes to move forward. He's kind of like popped up just on this cliff face over here, but he ended up missing that ostrich. But let's go ahead and let's get some initiative going.
Come on, my bird friends.
That's, again, just where I want to roll my 20s.
Mm-hmm. To save the bird friends.
I mean, that is true. I do want to save the bird friends. I'm just worried that I'll waste my 20s here and not be able to do anything to save the bird friends with the fact that I go first.
No, you're clearly gonna save the bird friends, then have plenty of 20s to roll when we get into the actual hard boss fight later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess at least,
Low on the
at
spell
at
slot
least we're not on the...
department.
Yeah, that's the part that's tough about
Yeah.
a spellcaster going a little too long.
Gotta be careful.
Gotta be careful.
Be very, very careful.
I'm hunting rabbits.
I'm hunting rabbits.
Alright, so let's go ahead and Cormier, what'd you get?
Gotta get sleep so you
20.
can catch a spell.
2-0.
I'm writing a lot of good songs.
Poshman, what'd you get?
17.
Cecil, what'd you get?
22.
Ross, is that your 24 that you
Yeah, I got
put in?
24.
Okay. And then we can go ahead and we can have you roll me a knowledge check.
What can?
Magic Beast is nature?
Magic Beast is Arcana,
Oh, is it? Okay.
which is 31.
There is already enough in nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
All animals, plants.
So this is a
And,
hodag.
I got 24.
Oh, did
One more.
Good old fashioned hodag.
So the thing that, you know, these guys have
Hodag.
ferocity as a defensive ability.
Right faster, your banjo music.
If they go down below their hit points, they go down to their con score, not their hit points, correct?
They're staggered instead of knocked out, I think.
Yeah. They have a spike tail, which means their tail attacks are worse. If they charge at you for 20 or more feet, they can throw a foe with a special combat maneuver.
Oh, dear.
If it succeeds, you are thrown 10 feet through the air in a direction chosen by the hodag, and you fall prone.
The hodag.
And then these guys have a trait called trackless. What it is
Oh, so close.
as they're going, they swipe their tail behind them, helping to clear out their
Wait
tracks.
for that hodag on
So,
Wednesday.
Whereas
Hodag.
only Cormier himself seemed to have rolled well this time for the perception check. That's why it was hard for you guys to tell that these hodags were here and wait for you.
The
A lot of other things, you know, like as you've been going, Koru's like, oh no, I see some tracks, let's go this way and not that way. Well, these guys have been hiding their tracks, making it harder for Koru to do that with. So,
it sounded so familiar because one of the hillbilly families from Borderlands is the Hodunks, not the Hodags. I'm fixing the speakers.
Pop.
okay, let's get this in descending order. And we will start off with Olney.
Oh.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I cannot actually give directions to this ostrich because I can't actually speak to it and stuff.
True.
I need to put the ostrich's initiative modifier. Thank you.
I mean, you can make a ride check to try to control it or handle animal.
+3.
You can
So,
yell something to me.
not very great.
If you'd like. Just tell me what you want and I'll tell it to the birds.
Well, I think I'll need to tell you to ask the birds to move out of the way.
Run, birds,
Move
run.
out of the way, birds.
Stay away from them.
Yeah.
So I'll probably
Ooh,
just
birds,
hop
get out
off as my move.
Get out the way.
I was a little hurt.
Birds, get out the way. Birds, get out the way.
Alright, so you spend a move action to get off of your ostrich.
I think we're here to have
So,
some.
Austin, do you want to take down the hodag?
Sure.
Welcome to the barbecue. We're here to have some hamburgers and hodags.
I will shoot the left one
Anybody bring buns?
with
Grab a hodag, grab a seat. Grab
Which one do? Make yourself comfortable.
You got hodags for everyone.
a first level magic missile.
Alright.
Hodag.
Oh, damn.
12 damage.
Perfect.
Could have been Yeth Hounds, but I think
And
we get real noisy.
that'll be
Yeah.
it for me.
Alright, then we move on to
A little bit of pepper
Cecil.
on it.
Cecil.
Cecil. So you see Olney
Salt?
dismounts his. Actually,
What about that mount?
what's a fast mount? If the
Fast-
ostrich is kind of like no, like a horse is neighing and he just wants to hop off, is there a check?
It's
for
a
that?
fast dismount. To dismount fast.
Yeah. Is that a check or is that just an action?
It's a check. It's a ride check.
All right. Do you know what DC is up top here? I don't know.
No, but I'm already looking it up.
Has anybody?
Yeah. So give me your right check actually before we confirm.
What
that
was
magic.
fast? Do you fastest mount the off as a move action, or you fastest mount the off quicker?
Has anybody rolled a check on these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movement speed for them. Can we outrun
fast
them?
are they?
Well, that depends on.
Ostriches.
It depends on ostriches. So.
Because that would be my thought is.
So what you know about non-trained mounts is that
So it's a move action. Normally, it's a free action if you do the fast.
okay.
that's
So just a
what I
move
thought.
action is just without a right check. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what you would know is probably I don't know what actual ranks you have in the ride. For someone like Cormier who actually is a trained like not a knight, horse-ridden
Fuck you,
knight,
I'm a knight.
but he has his
I'm a dragon knight.
his rock. Yeah, doing a dragon knight. So you're assuming that someone like him could probably hop on most untrained mounts and have a really good chance. If you're not really that untrained, you could still, like, as your action, try to steer your ostrich away and make a check for it.
Well, my thought is. We go straight. And if they're untrained mounts, I would imagine they would just run.
I'm sure they're gonna try and bolt.
Is my thought. And so I would rather like rely on their survival instinct.
Yeah.
And like
You might just want to hold on tight.
yeah, that's my kind of thought.
Okay, so
But on the other hand, if Olney's already jumping off,
Well, we thought it was at the after I said I would hop off.
at that point
unfortunately.
he's gonna be like, oh.
And in the fluff of everything, these thoughts are all happening more or less simultaneously.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's true.
So we
So
could
you're-
definitely have some
you're
discrepancies.
basically like, it's not only hops off and then you have this thought. You're like, oh, I should probably try to maybe steer this thing
Yeah.
forward. And you're like, oh, and fuck.
Fuck.
You know, that's basically how
Well, my
that
thought
happens.
was this thing just ate an ostrich in one hit.
He didn't eat it, but he
Well,
popped
yeah.
up and boomed the ostrich
So
in
it's
one
like
hit.
I can at least am tougher than an ostrich.
Mhm.
So what are you thinking you're going to do there, Cecil?
Just one shot an ostrich. That'd be nice.
Be like, hey, you guys look like better mounts, and just start killing the ostrich.
We have snacks.
Oh
Do
gosh.
it. Talk to those things. You want to ride those?
Proposal. What are there? Oh, they're magical beasts, so they're intelligent.
Oh,
They not necessarily.
You guys down
There
to
are
be-
magical beasts, plenty of them, in fact, that have intelligence score of 1 or 2.
Just dagger.
The
Really?
DC's only
You are
slightly higher.
serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Just because
there's
they're
plenty
inherently
of-
magical means they have to be intelligent, Brock?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Snacks?
sorry if I haven't looked
It's
at
called
I mean,
all
like,
of them,
but-
but most of them usually are, yeah.
A lot of the more animalistic ones, like a Belair, stuff like that, have a 2 or lower, because they're just like an animal that has some kind of quirk.
Oh, so while Cecil's thinking, Austin, you suggested I make maps a little smaller so they're easier to digest. Is this about the size you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The normal
So-
25 by 25 is usually pretty good.
In that case.
Well, that's what I was having the ones previously, but I made these ones 25 by squatter, so they're more like
Mhm.
TV frame.
So since
That's better than.
since my ride is at -5,
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try for a handle animal, which I actually had 4-2 because charisma.
So you're not going to try to like ride the animal out. You're trying to calm it down right now.
I'm gonna see what I can do to try and help maybe get it to slow down because I'm like, oh well, somebody's already dismounted. I'm gonna go ahead.
You also don't want to get too far away.
I don't want to get far away and split us up, so I'm gonna try and see what I can do to slow the animal down so that I
Splitting
can
the
get
party
off
is a bad
efficiently.
idea.
Okay, yeah. So give me
Yeah,
a
especially
check
in a
to
scale
see
this big.
if you can calm down your animal and make it easier to control via that route.
Yeah. So that's 19.
19, yeah. So these animals, they felt really comfortable around you through a day of journeying, not even a day of journeying.
Yeah.
So like he sees the whole dad come up, and you feel him want to buck and rear, but you kind of sit there and you try to like calm it down, and you can still feel that the ostrich is on edge, but from what you think, your ostrich doesn't feel like it's gonna go survival instinct bolts.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna like kind of like holding on with one hand, just sort of like stroking his. It's like, hold on, friend. You let me off. I'll take care of the big scary thing.
All right, so we'll call that a standard action. So if you want to hop off, you can now as your move action.
Yeah, and that's what I will do is, and hopefully if we were considering it, like it's calm enough for me to just be like, and then, so I'll just hop off and just kind of give it a pat on its haunches to let it know that it can go.
Okay. Sounds good. So then we move on to Cormir. So you and Kren are not terribly high in the air, and you just happen to be just slightly over off to the side.
We're going after that one.
The middle one by Poshmit.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to do a ride by attack past him, I assume?
Yes.
Alright, so go ahead and give me your bad rolls against my Odag.
So I rolled a 12 plus numbers, and I don't know what my numbers are. This is the first turn. What was your initiative?
11.
Mine's a 20.
Right.
You haven't gotten to you yet.
Oh, I don't have you
He's
on
on
order,
it.
but...
Oh. That's the problem. It's not your turn yet, but sure.
Sorry.
He should still have,
Yeah,
a turn on the order.
that part.
There you go. Now you have a turn on the order.
I mean, I guess that's
because-
debatable.
Okay, I thought
but,
20
like,
was.
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Important
still.
things.
Okay, cool.
So,
Shenanigans.
26.
That'll do.
Next person to say shenanigans. Pistol.
Open shenanigans.
Oh gosh, dang it!
I got a
19 plus
baleful streaks. That's kind of
37.
Ooh, good hit.
And then Kren misses with a 14, 15, 16, 17.
Alright, so because this is the edge of the board, I'm not going to move you any
That's
further
fine
than
by me.
this. And then we will go to Poshmit.
Oh boy.
So you see that this Hodak pops up next to you, tries to take a swipe at your ostrich, and misses. And then you
to live
see
now.
Kren and Cormir come and
Based on our scale, that's still uncomfortable.
Cormir gets a very good lancing blow.
Mm-hmm.
Close to a glancing blow, but a lancing blow
Right.
into this Hodag. So how do you think you want to react?
Oh, very simply. I'm going to go ahead and let me just double check what the name of the power is.
Sanctuary on the ostrich.
Now that you said something.
I had a really good plan, but you know, it's not as good as sanctuary on the ostrich. No, I'm going to go ahead and use my some more of my remaining time hop.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of use it to teleport to right about here into bushes.
And then cast sanctuary.
No.
No. Yes. And then cast prayer.
Okay, so that's how big again? I always forget. I'm sorry.
That is a very good question.
40 feet.
Okay, so you're gonna get everyone.
I was going to say, I bet she'll get just about everyone.
Okay, so +1 to your attacks and damages, and -1 to their attacks and damages.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Is there something versus fear?
No, it's
okay.
blessed.
That's blessed.
All right, and it's so you moved, and you
Moved
did
and
an action.
actioned.
So we will go ahead and move on to the Hodags.
Oh, dang.
Oh, dang.
So
Oh, dag, man.
this one will take a movement up to Spencer, and this one was. He's just gonna move there. Are you like hiding in the bushes, or are you just in the bushes?
In the bushes.
So unfortunately,
I don't
like I
think there's a
think
good way
this
to hide
one
in
would
the
have started
bushes.
trampling, but then he just happens to stumble upon you. And then this last one is going to take its swipes against the ostrich. So we'll go against my boy Cecil. So he goes with his bite as he moves towards you.
Oh.
And he misses. And then we'll go against Poshmint. Your AC again, Poshmint, is?
Not very high. Actually, it's not that bad, I don't think. A 23.
Okay, so that'll miss Poshmint. But this ostrich will be downed due to that Hodag.
No,
Rude.
I know you're just losing ostriches left and right, brothers.
man.
We move on to the ostriches. So these guys start scattering. Like these guys go to move like off. But Cecil's, who was calmed down, moves off to the side, but he doesn't like go to run away. He goes, well, I should move, but I don't need to like leave. And then Sahona, as this ostrich buckets and rears and tries to run, she needs to make a ride check to see if she can stay on or see if she's able to fall off or what's her deal. Yeah, so Sahona, at this point, she does a controlled fall off and she's knocked prone. So we're just going to give her a little snail for prone. And then Koru. So as you're flying and you're leading the pack down to this disturbance that you're feeling, all of a sudden you hear creatures burrowing up behind you and you see the ostriches scatter and people go on to start fighting these hodags that they see.
Yeah, Koru's really pissed that they're killing these ostriches, man, because he's probably had some good conversations with these guys. Just stutter.
I saw
Kill
one
you, man.
stutter.
I just had a real good conversation with my guy too.
So Naomi's gonna fly up to this guy right here and attack him. She's got some strength damage, so it's gonna be.
So Naomi moves up to try to hit this one.
Yeah. That'll be a 21 to hit. 22 actually.
22 will just be a miss. So
Oh my god.
Naomi makes contact but can't break through the thick hide of this hodag.
Was that with the +1?
Yeah.
That is with the +1.
Oh.
Yeah, because I have -1 dex damage. And then a 23.
23, that'll hit.
Okay, cool. So, it's a claw. So that's a
Sorry,
5
Seven,
points
we're
of damage.
busy. Also,
And then one more
not
claw.
quite that versatile with or
17.
fluent in the Aussie
Hey,
slam.
rolling well. Okay, so that's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other claw, 2 points of damage.
All right. So whereas the beak can't quite make it through its hide, the claws do end up sinking into the hodag, and whereas they aren't the biggest blows ever, every little bit helps to bring down these creatures.
And then
Nasty
Koru
talents.
is going to fly up and attack that guy as well.
Okay.
He's not as
Oh,
good.
look at
So
Nice.
bite, natural 20 on the bite.
I was got a
Ooh,
Uh,
natural yeet.
Natural yeet to confirm. 16.
No.
No. So just a hit.
That's so good.
It is.
1 point of damage on the bite,
Okay.
and then a claw. A natural
Man.
6. I think he only gets 1 claw, so that's my turn.
Alrighty. So then at this point, Sahona will stand up. And she will go ahead and she will take
Gosh,
some
dang it.
blinks at this hodag over here.
Stop that.
Oh, dang.
Oh, dang.
Oh, dang.
So her first arrow misses. Her second one hits. And her third one misses. So she deals
Oh,
damage to this one attacking Poshmint.
It's a thick holder.
And then we will move up to Olni Kiris.
We'll go ahead.
Oh gosh.
On the one in combat with Cecil.
Well, I'm contemplating whether I actually use a spell at this point. I'll go another magic missile at that point.
So go ahead and you'll need to cast defensively to do that.
Oh, are they big enough for the average?
Yeah.
Well,
Dun,
realizing
dun, dun.
that.
Okay. Take a 5-foot step to avoid its range.
Yeah. Oh, I can't think about that. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that's my last first level spell.
Alrighty. we will move on to my boy Cecil.
Okay.
Awesome.
So Cecil is going to go ahead and take advantage
What
of
a good way to
his
fill it with.
twice a day shield other,
Mm-hmm.
and so Poshment is going to get a little bit of a boost. You are going to get +1 deflection bonus and +1 resistance bonus for saves. So +1 to AC and
Oh,
+1.
Shield to Others is kind of a lame spell.
It's not that great, but
Well,
it gives you at
it's-
least something. The other point is that I take half of your damage.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
The
relevant.
+1 deflection bonus, resistance bonus, because that's what the ring gives you, the amulet, the cloak gives you. That's not that great, but once you said that, I'm like, oh, that's why it's a good spell.
Exactly. So
Alrighty then.
Posh was like, oh, well, in that case.
tank time.
He's like,
Wait,
let's
what?
go.
All right,
Ow,
so
I regret this. Ow, I regret this.
you
Oh, I
use.
thought that was the idea.
So in the meantime, Cecil is tanking twice.
Yeah. All right, so you go and you cast a spell on your good friend Poshment, helping to protect him in combat. Is there anything else that you think you can do, or are you just going to sit there now and wait until next turn to start battling?
Yeah. Do I need to do that defensively at all?
Would you call that a needing a defense roll?
Did you give it to him as a spell-like ability?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Oh, I gave it to him as a special ability then, if he doesn't?
Oh, if you give him
It's
a
supernatural or spell-like.
Oh, it's supernatural.
Spell-likes are like spells in which they require things like
Okay, so it's a supernatural ability, so you don't need to cast
checks,
defensively.
and they are
Okay.
applied, or they are affected by spell resistance. Supernaturals are not.
Okay.
Space, do you want it to? Do you not want it to?
I don't want it to, so it's
Oh, okay.
supernatural.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, and so it's a standard action. So yeah, that's pretty much what we'll do.
Okay, so we'll move on to Cormir.
Actually, from our, do we know if these were evil creatures, from based on our knowledge checks?
I feel like that's something that what's his bucket would know to say, and no, they're just neutral. If you were to roll me like a wisdom or maybe some kind of check, you're like, it would make sense. They just heard ostrich footprints above, and they were just like, ooh, snacks.
Perfect.
It wasn't malicious. It was just hungry.
Cool.
Here's
Wait, they
breakfast.
also like snacks?
They do. All right, so Cormir.
It's like things like
Flip it.
snacks.
And reverse it.
All right, so we're gonna get
Stabby stab until it
you
hurts.
two coming in here, striking
Yeah,
this guy, then
basically.
flying a little bit past.
Yeah. I'm probably missing. Yeah, does an 18 hit?
No.
Just, just an elf on dragon shot.
Is it 24 hit?
24 hits.
Nice.
Take 9 points of damage.
All right. All right, Poshment. So a Hodag has come up and stumbled upon you, and he fortunately missed. But what are you going to do?
Well, let's see. I think I used about 45 feet of it the first time. I think I just used 20 feet of it there. So I have only 5 feet. So it's just like a 5-foot step, except worse. So that's unfortunate. I shall just go ahead and 5-foot step away from the big bed. It's trying to eat me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
All right, so it does have reach, so you are going to have to cast defensively.
Damn it. That's fine. It's like a first level spell, so it should be fine. That's an 18 on the die, and I add
Perfect.
plenty. So I think I got it.
All right, is there anything else you want to do?
You know what? No, not really.
Okay.
I just want to not die. Is all.
It's usually a good start.
So it's the
Really?
Hodag's turn. So this guy's going to continue his assault against Cecil. This one here has 2 hawks trying to sit there and peck it to death. So he's going to swat those away and maybe grab himself a snack. And this guy doesn't know it yet, but he may not be able to hit Poshment. So we'll start off with Cecil.
It's right. He still will. That's how this will work.
All right, so he goes for his bite attack, and you're able to just bat that away with your shield. His first claw, you can see that he got snagged on something, so it didn't even come up close. But his second claw, it's always the second claw, still misses.
Goddamn.
And then for his final thing, he turns to spin around and give you a good old tail slap. 2 of his attacks were 1 away from hitting you.
Pink, pink. Next.
That prayer.
Yeah.
Without that prayer, that would have been 2 hits. All right.
Oh, thanks, villain.
And then this one, engaging the Hawks,
Hi,
is
villain.
going to unleash devastation upon Koru and Naomi. So, a bite against Koru. What's your AC? Is bird?
And the bird, 19.
All right, so that's a hit against you. So that's 12. And then he's going to swippy swipe you with a claw. And that's a hit. So that's going to be 11. And then against Naomi, what's her AC?
21.
So that's a hit. So Naomi's going to get a claw to the beak for 11. And then going to try to get Naomi with that tail slap and misses.
Yes.
And now the moment we've been waiting for. Poshmint. What is the DC of the Sanctuary?
The DC of the Sanctuary is 17.
Alright, so he goes to make an attack against you and finds himself freezing up for unknown reasons to the Hodag.
Oh, thank you, lords.
Alright, so I'm just going to move him to the GM layer, but these ostriches just keep on moving out.
Wait, no.
Except for my buddy.
And your buddy, yeah, he just takes a couple more steps this way. As he's been calmed down throughout all this. Alright, Koru, so you and Naomi both
Oh, man.
have been
I have a
swippity swiped by this
Oh, yeah.
Hodag down here.
He's going to look.
What do you and your burb woman want to do?
It's really hard, man, because I want to save my spells for all the danger coming up. But we're in pretty rough shape here. I'm going to do one more round of full attacks, and if that doesn't do much, then we'll go to spells. So I'm going to attack this guy.
I am getting very big Shaggy vibes from Scooby-Doo here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like zoinks, guys. Alright.
Do you have Scooby snacks?
Natural 3.
3 Zoni.
And a natural 2. Great. So Corey
Naomi
misses.
Newells?
Naomi, come on, man. Come on, Naomi. Switching back. There we go. Come on.
Spencer
It's
was
still
time
a
around
20 to hit.
No.
One more clock. Come on. Nope.
Oh, good.
Alright,
Useless round.
so
And this is bad.
Sahona is still going to try to pepper the one that has come into contact with good old Poshmint boy.
Yep.
The first one is a hit. Second one's a miss. Third one
You gotta do some triomes.
Mm-hmm.
is also a miss. So she only gets
Fortunately, I
one
want
solid
the,
hit in
one for
on this
Gone
Hodag.
When you get that one.
If I have
But,
the regular one,
It is a solid
I'd
hit.
been willing, but
Yeah.
And then from
I'm also
there,
gonna build violin.
as you guys are in the
deserve the
midst
deck.
of battling these Hodags
Violent.
and your
That's
ostriches
the
spreading
other
out
I don't remember which one.
across the battlefield,
It's the same.
you
color.
guys hear coming
I
off
think it
from
will.
the
He's
east
pretty cool.
a tremendous roar comes and shakes
It's a shark tap.
the very battlefield that you guys are
Such a good
on.
card. It's so fucking cool.
Only upon seeing all this action, your ostriches scattering, and then hearing this roar from the east, what do you do?
Can I make a knowledge check to see if that sounds like a typical critter or so?
Yeah, I think I'll give you the plus 10 above CR to recognize this creature, so give me an Arcana.
Arcana. Yeah. That's a 25.
There's no way for you to be able to tell which type it is, but you think that's a dragon roar.
Dragon.
Oh my lord.
So they do that and said, why does that sound like a dragon?
The gods take it and the gods give
Only's
it.
like, dragon! Dragon!
Oh, he's definitely not excited about.
Y'all can
that.
handle the little green man.
Yeah.
This is karma.
And
I've been cursed with an
I
elven
look
body
over
for
and
my
I see
precious
him, and he's just
answer.
like, oh, and like probably as he looks over the east. It's like, well, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the very interesting thing is right now he's facing east.
Oh.
Bye guys, I'm gonna go fight a dragon.
That wasn't planned. It was just on the second round of combat.
Shoot.
And the
that
funny
way.
thing is I literally rolled the lowest initiative for the dragon. So if he'd been at the top of the initiative order, I'd been like, I'm going to cheat and do the third one. But in the middle of the initiative order, it would have been halfway through that round, you would have heard the dragon roar.
So I'm trying to move.
Oh, I haven't told all of you. I'm gonna be a cook soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah.
You be what?
A cook.
Oh, yeah.
Official. We were
Listen.
hashing out the schedule at the same place.
Heck yeah, brother. You get to join the club.
Yeah, we'll give me some nice,
The burn
nice sick
club?
burns.
Oh.
I haven't got anything that's worth scarring. But our toaster
I don't know
definitely.
that these will
So see if I can
necessarily,
position
stick
myself
around.
to cast haste
Hot
on
things.
everyone by
Yeah.
getting Cecil
Yeah.
and
Because I've bumped, because we have the toaster oven, like a full toaster that is
Unfortunately.
a conveyor belt that slides down,
Yeah.
and at the entrance of it, it has a metal slant for you to put the bread in. And then
Oh, I
it
guess
hits
he's
the
a neat
conveyor
ass
belt
in
and
the
kind of
sense
goes
of
down,
attacks.
and that part gets so fucking hot
Yeah.
because the heat comes
Because it
out.
sounds like you
John
might
has
want
a
to
fucking
help him, so it sounds
nasty,
like
like
it's gonna go
corner-shaped
dookie
one
with a
from
Durgan.
touching on it. Not thinking about it, you put your arm up and someone didn't turn it off after breakfast, and I've done the same thing. I just haven't gotten that bad of a burn.
Most of these are like crate burners, like just reaching
Mhm.
around.
Alright, so
the
you're
waffle
thinking of
makers, I
moving
know.
and casting a
They're super
haste to
I was thinking about it.
A lot of little burns from butter splatters.
Exactly. There's cooks on it.
Because
Mhm.
yeah, I've got
But
two
yeah, I
second
talked to my
level
boss
and
last week, and I
four
was like, I want to
third
do the
level
same.
spells left.
Do you have a problem with that? He goes, no. I was like, yeah, I tried it before, and it just I wasn't allowed to. And he's like, that's insane. You're good at your job, so I'm sure you'll be good at this job.
Okay,
I
well,
was
there you
like,
go.
thank you for believing in me and giving me the chance. So I've helped out with mostly Lighthouse the last
Yeah,
4
I'll
days.
cast haste. Not hit everyone but them.
I did that by myself the
Alright,
last 2
so-
days. Good of certain memory
Alright.
care, so
Nice.
Yeah.
hopefully I'll
don't
get
worry
some
about
cook
paying
shifts
you.
soon.
Only-
It'll be fun.
Do you hit the burbs or no?
Like the ostrich?
No, the burbs.
The burbs? No. Because I'd have to move down like next to those two, and I don't
So
want
what
to
we
do
just
that.
get?
So Cecil, Ashman, and Sahona have been hasted.
Mm.
So you'll get, if you're spending a standard action, do a full round attack.
Okay.
I'm a very good person to not ever buff an haste.
I was
You get
realizing
the
that.
extra
It's like,
attack.
yeah, you don't really need
You
it.
get up to
It's
your
not
movement
relevant.
speed.
You
Probably
only
in full
take one
armor,
attack,
it's 20
yeah.
foot. So you get another 20 foot of
Movement speed might be
enhancement.
nice for,
Plus 1 to your
Brian.
attack and plus 1 to your AC.
80 to 110.
Alright,
But he's
so
already
only
at
goes,
80.
so.
only goes, and how many ostrich related
Yeah, I
deaths?
get to.
No ostrich related deaths, but 2 of the ostriches have died.
So that's a death that is related to an ostrich.
That is
Yes.
an ostrich related.
Alright, so Cecil, it is your turn. You see, as the dragon goes, and you get slight vision to the east, you see Olney move up, look around, get in position, and cast a haste, and affecting you, Sahona, and Poshmit.
Alright.
I don't know what have I done.
Oh, cool. I will totally
With the
use
extra
this
attack.
haste to the best of its abilities.
That is
Yeah,
important.
don't you
I
run
will
no.
go
faster?
faster.
Yeah. He's like, well, we have sanctuary.
Alright. Well, in that case, it's noticing that I'm able to beat face better, or at least more often.
There's spiders.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and beat some more face. So it's an extra full attack bonus.
Yeah, you get an extra attack at your highest base attack bonus.
And a +1.
What'd you roll on the die?
19 on the die.
Are you using the mace?
Yeah.
I think that's only a 20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
20. 20 times
You-
2.
I mean,
Star, yeah.
If you want, you could either look into getting the keen weapon enhancement or
A better
improved
weapon.
critical.
Or a
at
better
8th level
weapon.
or higher.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be 22 for. So I missed on the second one, and the 22 for the.
Is that with the +1 for haste and +1 for prayer?
Yep.
So that misses
So
unfortunately.
the first one hit, second one missed, the third one missed. Cool.
I thought you were like 22 damage. I was like, damn, son.
That would have been nice.
These bitches want some. Freddy, can I,
No, bitch, you fucking dumb.
I'm glad I opened 4 of them.
That's gonna
Those
be
3 are
13.
one for
Alrighty.
Totally run.
The other items are awesome.
That's a good wackadoo. All right, Cormir. So as you went through and you finished off your last charge, you unfortunately didn't miss the Hodag, but that might be because you were distracted because the dragon caught your eye in the
I saw
skyline.
something more important.
And then you heard the dragon's roar. And knowing that in the flash forwards to your visions earlier on in our adventure that you are a mighty dragon warrior and a dragon knight, it is your destiny
It is my destiny.
fight this dragon.
I know it's my destiny.
So what choices do
Yes.
you now make? Whereas I don't have the dragon on the board, you definitely, in a charge action, can make it to the dragon.
Oh, I'm going to dragon.
All
I was
right.
gonna say that.
So you yeet over to the side of the field.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
go ahead and give me. Oh, and by the way, as you approach this dragon, you see. Let me show to players.
See?
Oh my.
On the
Ooh.
So
Ooh, boy.
is that huge?
It's large.
It is only large? Okay.
You probably don't have Arcana, do you?
Yeah, of course I do.
So it makes sense if he has Arcana.
Yeah, so
Dragons.
it's-
I am a Cavalier of the Order of the Dragon, which gives you Arcana.
Oh, okay.
And I
Yeah.
also
So
have a dragon-filled backstory.
if you want to, as you're approaching this thing, try to identify it. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
There's a dragon that's green.
28.
28. So that is.
I have 7 ranks plus 1 intelligence plus in class plus my trait.
That's
Yeah.
almost 20 above CR. So
Let me know what it is.
this is you think based off its size, a juvenile green dragon.
It should have waited longer to find me.
Its immunities are acid, paralysis, and
I
sleep.
said that to a dragon once. I
Um,
wasn't particularly happy about it.
you know that it has
Well, it wasn't me. It was my brother
a breath
Oswin.
weapon that's in a cone and deals acid damage.
Yard.
And you know it has the recharge. You know it has at will spell-like abilities, charm, person, entangle, shield, summon monster 1, and then dancing lights, dex magic, ghost sound, things like that. This can breathe underwater, and it has woodland stride.
They made it a little more nature themed in Pathfinder.
I enjoy
Yeah.
the idea of just a dragon just walking through the forest.
So
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately you're
But not living in
off
a
on the
trap.
side of the thing. But if you want to go ahead and delete that for our viewers, I will bring the dragon onto the token layer.
Durgan.
So what are you? So you've done a charge to it, and you can get your attacks in.
So, 28 for me.
A 28 will do it.
And Cran's not gonna make it. It's an 18 from Cran.
That will be a miss.
I rolled a 4. It's not his fault.
Who's fluffy? Oh, wait. It's a dragon.
Actually, it's not.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I guess it did roar,
If it
to be
was-
fair, yeah.
If it was using its
To be fair.
to be fair.
Does it have frightful presence?
This one does not have frightful
Okay.
presence.
Guess.
Let me double check one thing.
Yeah, it does not have frightful presence. That's my yawn. Thanks, dude.
That's not what I wanted to click. I want to click find in page and then write in a word.
Which I didn't realize these had double rares.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes triple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Because the foil can be rare.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking up, perchance?
Negative levels. Make sure I have all the right things attached to it.
Okay.
Oh, right.
I was right. Negative levels do not apply to your damage.
Nope.
Okay.
Perfect.
I want to double check that it didn't.
That's fair.
Meet so and so.
So,
Wow, that's messed up. So, Enchanted Evening from Shadowmoor. It's $11.41.
Wow. So
How much do you
this
think
dragon
the
comes
goes
onto
through
your
once?
turf,
That's good.
and you move straight towards the dragon, and you feel like you get it
Just 'cause you
right
said
in the
that.
shoulder, and as you make
ridiculous.
contact, you can really feel the resistance of the dragon against it,
Fuck.
and you have to like tear out your lance on the way out, and you hear the dragon do another roar, but this time instead of an intimidation, it's a roar of pain as that hit tears through its shoulder.
Yeah.
And you end up just going a little bit past the dragon on your charge.
Let's get ready to look.
Poshmit, so you hear
Okay.
this dragon roar. You see Kren and Cormier go off to hit it, and then whether or not you can actually see from there, you can hear the dragon cry out in pain afterwards.
Oh. Cornway seems to be doing his thing alright then.
So what are you thinking of?
So I'm gonna do the thing that makes the most sense to me right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bless on the party.
Perfect. +1 to your attack rolls. So now between prayer, bless, and haste, Cecil, you have
+3.
+3. You only have +2 to your attack rolls.
Wow.
All right. Do you want to move anywhere, or?
Face.
You know, only one of them right now is afraid to hit me, right?
Yes. Only this one down here tried to hit you and failed its sanction.
I'm gonna
Is-
go ahead and
Orny is
hide behind
afraid
it.
of hitting you. That sounds rude.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, on the west side from the dragon, or on the east side?
You know, I think the dragon is preoccupied at the moment, so I'm gonna go on the dragon side.
Okay. Like that? Because there's a cliff right here, so you really can't go
yes,
too
fair.
far south.
Yeah, I guess that's fine then.
Okay. So now it's the Hodag's turn. And they all make a very logical choice. And they go back underground.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
They should beat up our druid first,
Just kill our druid.
Yeah.
Bam.
Wait, why?
because he's in tune with the dark energies, so he's clearly a darkling.
Oh, that's true.
Or
And if you say enchantment enough times, I think a murder will show up to
Enchantment?
kill him.
we don't do that.
What happened here?
Enchantment.
All right. And then it's the ostrich's turn.
Dragon Age. The second
And-
one?
Yeah, it's Dragon Age 2.
The rest of the ostriches
You
continue
mean a dwarf whose
running
son
as
is
they already
simple-minded?
were.
And his
But
only
unfortunately
word
for,
knows is enchantment.
Cecil,
A savant enchanter.
and unfortunately for Cecil, even though he had calmed down his ostrich from the Hodags, upon hearing the dragon, he skedaddles also and goes,
I don't blame you.
Alright,
I
friends,
don't
you've
blame
very
you.
been
Be
together. Ah, sorry,
And
we
he
didn't have more
pieces
stats.
out.
Alright.
In the end game, you're storming a fortress and you open the door
Alright,
to a
Corey.
room that has like the corpses of like 12 or 15 dead of these darklings, just like the foot soldiers.
so
And
this
he's
is
standing in the middle
Corey.
of the room, covered in blood.
Oh
You go,
man.
what happened?
Okay.
Just goes,
All right, Naomi. That was
Enchantment.
close.
Enchantment.
Charming.
I guess. Cool.
Alright, Cormier, you want
Yeah.
some help over there? How
Oh,
you doing?
he is so far away, he cannot hear you, especially over this dragon.
Cormier!
Especially
I can't
over
hear
this
us.
dragon roaring.
I'm gonna go fly over there and help. Alright.
I'm 160 feet away.
60 feet for Koru that way, and then 80 feet for Naomi. And let me see. Actually, I can cast.
Funny.
Is that scale? Is that actually how far away they are?
No.
Are they farther?
Oh,
We're
I'm
up
sorry,
to
the dragons were so far off.
Uh-huh.
Like, so you can move 160 feet off of your turn, so I just theater of mind it. And I said,
Oh.
for Cormier and Kren, it's basically just under a full move action. So,
So we were already like here, I
Uh-huh.
think, and then we moved a double move to get like maybe 10 feet past it.
Yeah, so they're real far away. We're gonna move.
so do you still want to go there, or do you want to go somewhere else?
Let's go there. Yeah.
Okay. So then we move to Sahona, and she's going to move in front of Olney and prepare an attack action. And then we get to
makes
Jurgens.
sense, but it's
So, unfortunately, the dragon is not going to turn around immediately to confront Cormier and Kren, but with his 200-foot fly speed,
What's that part?
he's going to move here, and with his 60-foot cone,
Oh.
I'm going to need. I mean, I'm not really sure how the cone 100% works. Is that where he needs to be to get everyone?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Does-
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That does hit everyone, yeah.
Does Kren get like
It's
a
the four
swipe
of us.
as he flies away?
I'll give Kren a swipe. Yeah, let's give Kren a swipe.
Okay. Cranny boy. 16 on the die plus his, I think, 10, so 26?
26 will hit.
Get him, bud.
And everyone else
Max damage, 14.
prepare to give me everyone but
the mighty
Koru
mites.
and
Bite.
Cormier give me a reflex save as he goes. He does
this
an
is gonna hurt.
acid breath against you.
This is gonna
Full
hurt.
right path.
You're a very son of a those. Gosh.
Hey, look, I rolled an 8 too.
Mine was almost a
An
6.
82? Damn, Spence. Only you on those D20s can roll 82. You probably smiled at
Actually,
it
you probably
and
have a better
charmed it.
reflex save than me, though.
Actually,
It's probably
no.
it's probably a lady D20. It was just a sucker
gosh.
for him.
It's like for you, it's fail.
Well, I'm guessing if 15
Well, if
fails.
the flowers are
'cause
blooming this
dragons-
spring, I guess you can have a nat.
Yeah, 15 fails.
82.
So what did Poshment and
17 for me.
Oh fuck.
17 passes? So you take half damage.
You know, that's right. I forgot.
Oh, I
It's
missed
not
my
so bad
knowledge.
because I at least had my.
Yeah, you had
I
charisma.
got charisma.
Charisma.
I smiled at the breath code. It was like,
Oh.
it was.
I'm
was a
sorry. It's
What?
19. My apologies.
Oh.
Oh, don't forget,
Never mind then.
unless your spell is off, you're taking half my damage
Yep.
too. And I
It's a
failed
good
my
thing you
save
can
for
touch
sure.
him,
Oh
Silver.
no!
Every time he thinks of you.
So it wasn't that bad.
Well, Brand rolled, so I'm still worried.
30. That is that bad. My apologies.
So you take
45.
45.
45.
Shit.
Just.
I take 15.
Imagine this is like pure hydrochloric enhanced
Posh was like,
acid.
oh, that wasn't so bad. So he's still like,
You see like his skin like just melting away. Pits start forming in your armor.
Okay.
I'm down to 7.
You're down to 7.
Oh shit.
yeah, you just got backhanded.
Well,
Hey.
what?
Hey.
All right. And that will be. Ooh, I gotta make the fun roll.
I don't want to know
Recharge,
what the
one
fun
round.
roll is.
The recharge of D4 rounds.
He rolled a 1.
Are they always?
They're always D4.
It's always a D4.
Happy to help you pass your reflex save.
Okay. All right. And we'll move on with initiative. Only it is your turn.
Son of a, that hurt.
Hi, Bubba. I got a kitty. I got a kitty. I got a kitty. Hey, 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 hey.
I got a pickle.
I got a pickle. I got a pickle. Hey, hey,
Well,
hey,
luckily,
hey.
Olney's
I
fast.
got 2 pickles. I got 2 pickles.
He's
I
a
got
speedy
2
boy.
pickles.
That's
Hey,
split up.
Zoom.
I mean, I have the boots of straight and sprinting also, so.
Do those stack with haste?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I guess they're both enhancement.
I think they're both enhancement bonuses.
Oh, well.
There's not much that actually stacks with haste, is there?
No.
Because everything to movement speed is an enhancement bonus to movement speed.
Oh, well, I wasn't gonna.
Not
Almost
everything.
It's not everything. It's almost everything.
The movement from the travel domain, I don't think is.
No, I think it's an
That's
untapped
untapped,
bonus.
yeah.
I know fleet is an untapped bonus. I know
What's fleet? Is that
a feet,
feet? Yeah.
for 5. 5 extra feet. I think Wild Link Sprint
I have a
is.
better chance of a will save than I do with a fort save against a dragon, that's for sure.
Did you roll for Dragon? Roll for
You didn't roll for dragon, and
Oh, I guess, yeah.
only Cormier's not in a position to tell you things.
20, not 30.
All right, so you do
I
everything
can tell
said.
you. I can tell you one thing.
What?
This dragon's a bitch. Because that's not 200 feet away. Just I can catch up.
No, it's
Is it
not.
at least 160?
No, it's
Well, then you
he
got
was
160
he was,
was, like,
over.
over
oh,
there.
good point, yeah.
Yeah.
He went not as far as
So yeah, it was like around here when Cormier goes out to meet the dragon. and the
Yeah.
dragon was already in mid-flight, so he made the choice to burn and then turn around and deal with that. Hopefully, I'm like, well, if I can take out all of these targets and then go after him, it'll be easier for me.
Him without friends is easier than him with friends. I'm just imagining him just like zooming past in a 200-foot move action,
Yeah.
blowing past
that-
the birds,
it
and
has
the birds just like
passed,
doing like a little
isn't it?
like cartoon spin.
Seriously though, yeah.
Or maybe not.
So
right
fast.
next to me. Like he's.
All right, I see where it says frightful presence now. It does have frightful presence.
Ah.
So now that he's in at your presence, in your range,
What is?
So we'll see right. Act.
So whatever.
Oh,
roll.
okay, good.
on your turn you'll roll, but not yet.
I needed to roll going backwards.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I did not see where it says frightful presence. So
Up at the top.
20, you're fine.
Okay, good.
Will.
Yeah, it's a will save.
And then what was the thing you were asking me?
SR.
Would that be under defenses?
Yeah, we're gonna do defenses.
I
It
see
would
AC, hit points, saves, immune, acid paralysis, sleep.
Yep. So no, it
So
doesn't
this
have
one
it yet.
doesn't have SR.
Cool. I was like, no, they'll always.
So I got a 19.
You passed.
Okay, then Kren got more than 19.
Cool. If it's more than 19,
No.
he passed.
Kren also got 19.
That's still a pass for Kren.
Yeah.
You wanna know what I had to will saves right now?
2.
Nice.
Beefy boy. So what do you choose to do?
Scorching Ray. So a touch attack. Wow, this actually might miss.
That's a 3.
Wait. 9. There's a 9 touch it.
No.
Guess what his touch AC is.
10.
Oh my god.
Second Ray. Oh, 20.
That makes up for it.
Nat 20. Yes.
10 on the die.
Perfect.
All right. So I still get
Miss
that
and then
8d6.
and a crit.
See if
Oh,
you got
there's-
d6 up. I'm going to do a d6 and roll it all at once.
That's the only way to roll 8d6 is all at once. You don't want to split up your 8d6s.
Of course not.
Yeah.
I mean,
ridiculous.
Maldrick wouldn't have.
26.
26.
Fire.
So as his acid spray comes out at you, you bolt, and basically as you're running, you prepare the spell and fire off 2. One goes wide, but one hits right where that lance, that injury in the shoulder. So there's already that flaring pain from that huge lancing blow.
Burn.
And then you go ahead and you hit him right there, dealing a little bit of extra damage. We will go with Cecil. So your foe actually is pretty close to the ground. And with your haste, you have a movement speed of 40.
Yeah. So what's gonna happen first is
They are evil, and if you smite, you do double the smite damage on the first hit.
I mean,
It's also flying.
Oh, he's
No,
not.
I said it's close to the ground.
Oh, it's close to
There's
ground.
It came down, like, it came into a swoop right at ground level, and
there's a cliff in between me and it.
so you would have to
How
do an
big's the
acro...
cliff?
5 feet.
Oh, okay.
Well, what's 10 feet? 10 feet's the one first damage increment?
Yeah.
It's 10 feet, so you could make an acrobatics check, but I know you're not great at. But if you succeed at the acrobatics check, which they'll know if you pass, you won't take any damage.
The other problem is I have 7 hit points.
Oh.
So what's actually going to happen is, apologies, Poshment, and you're going to feel the shield other end.
I'd be very surprised if it did.
And then, how many lay on hands can I get this round?
So
Just
you
'cause it's a
could
stick.
go swift action, standard action, use it because you can do it to yourself as a swift,
Yeah.
and there's nothing that says you can't do more than once.
Action economy.
So
That
you
action
could
economy.
heal, and then move.
Yeah, it's pretty much what we're going to do here.
So that's 4d6 twice.
Is it 4d6 or is it... Because we're only level
7.
7.
Oh, so,
so
oh,
it's
so
still
we get
6
even
right now.
level. Never mind.
Yeah, so it's 3 twice.
Lord.
Well, that's disappointing.
Oh, that is.
You're Matt.
Is that 4 or 5?
It's 4.
Well,
Oh.
this is the one that we opened a long time ago, so I'm going to finish off this one, but this is the same one as the one you have. So if you want to open up this one,
Yeah, sure.
you know how to do it?
Yep.
Barely less disappointing.
Gosh, that hurts.
Don't worry, Spencer. I got you with the Cure Serious next turn.
I appreciate that. But yeah, more or less,
66. You got 9.
it's like
Yeah.
Cecil's turn starts and he's just like, sorry, Poshment, as he's still just sort of like, you can just hear like a hissing noise coming from like inside. his armor. Just like,
That didn't even fix the half you took punishment.
No.
nope.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
Alright, so who's next in the initiative order?
But yeah. So then
Me?
if I can move,
Silly old cards.
Yeah.
I'll just say I move to.
The cliff face, or do you want to move to the dragon?
I'll try and move to the dragon.
So go ahead,
Yeah.
and like, what's gonna happen if you pass the acrobatics check, you're just gonna very gracefully jump off and keep running. If you don't pass it, you're gonna stumble, but you're gonna be able to catch yourself. It's just gonna take a little damage, but you're still gonna be able to make it to the dragon. So if you
You're
want
going
to,
down 10
Yeah.
feet, so.
so no matter what, if you want to make it to the dragon, you have to do an acrobatics check, or you can just go to the cliff face, or try to go like to the southern end.
I'll go to the. Screw it. We'll just try and go for the dragon. Why not?
So what's the acrobatics DC to pass?
I mean, I would say either a 10 or 15, depending on how difficult of a cliff you would say it is.
Those are not a per square foot guy,
Of height.
a height guy for acrobatics.
Actually,
What is he? To go down the 10 feet?
Yeah, the
yeah,
default
because
10
there's a check
feet.
to
10.
reduce the by
It's
10. Is
10?
it
Alright.
Yeah.
So what do we get in
I
there,
realized that
Spence
was the
boy?
thing after I said it.
15 on the die.
10.
All right, so you do a couple quick heals to yourself, and you start sprinting at the dragon. You go to jump off the ledge, and you feel yourself just like almost lose balance, but you end up just toughing it out and bouncing through, and you're able to get to the dragon, and that will end your turn.
I think it's
All right, Cormier. So you just finished this mighty charge flyby attack. Is there not a thing for doing a 180 turn in the sky?
There's a fly check, but
Is it bitch fly check for Kran at this point?
flight checks don't go very high.
Oh, so he basically auto does it.
That's a 15, so that's 26. I think
Sounds
25
good.
is the highest.
So Kran is able to do a very maneuverable 180 turn as he goes with fire in his eyes that matches the fire in your eyes to charge for the dragon. When you're ready, you may give your attack roll.
Oh, 27.
I think that is the AC of the dragon. That is the AC of the dragon.
Yikes.
I have to roll a 15.
His AC is normally 23, but he casts shield on himself.
Seems wise.
Yeah.
Bossman's like, yeah, seems fair.
Yeah, no, he seems perfectly reasonable.
And, God,
They are intelligent creatures.
Kren doesn't add 20, so he's not hitting on a 7.
Okay, so let's get this sweet, sweet damage.
You infected me.
Oh.
1,
I'm sorry.
1, 4, 36.
Well.
Always
Okay.
rely on that static.
If you would, Maestro.
Oh.
So I imagine the first one. So I'm imagining we're ending up over here, actually.
Oh, higher up. I'm
Because
sorry.
I'm picturing the first lance hit him in his right shoulder.
Yeah.
So, you get that solid pierce and then tug out. And then Cormier switches hands as we turn around for that back. And it goes from the backside out through like the same area and just completely tears off that entire shoulder and arm.
Yeah.
All right. So this happens. The blood and the gore as Cecil barely makes it to the dragon, ready to do a downward swing at the end of the charge. The dragon basically explodes its blood and guts all over Cecil as the dragon just falls, and Cecil has to back up and not to be crushed by the weight of a dead dragon.
It's just like. That's right.
That's right.
Showed you what for.
You tell him.
As he just kind of like slumps to the ground and just sits down like.
Got some good pulls. What'd you get? Anything fun?
I got a carpet of flowers.
All right,
Which
so
would have been more exciting if I hadn't just bought this.
oh no, for how much?
$15.
Oh, that sucks.
It's the most expensive card that I pulled out of that box.
Oh.
Wow.
So this ambush that started off with 3 hodags burrowing up and immediately killing an ostrich, and then moving on to a second ostrich, and your ostrich is running away. That ends with a dragon interrupting the ambush, and you guys taking down
That being said,
the first dragon that you've seen in this campaign. So you've gone into dungeons, and now you have fought dragons.
Hey, little achievement unlocked.
Achievement unlocked.
Hell yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
And when Cora joined us, we found paths.
Oh. Oh my god. Calm
We've
down.
delved into dungeons, we've slain dragons, and we've found paths.
He said it.
Okay.
He said the title.
He said the thing!
So,
It's
Seven,
important.
Said the
on
thing.
point as always.
On point.
Cormier's going to get off of, land, get off Kren, and leave him, wherever we land, and walk down to the body of the dragon, and kneel down and say a quiet prayer in Orcish.
I like that. That's sexy.
Does anyone know Orcish by any chance?
nope.
No, actually.
Alright, who needs healing?
Can they even pronounce it without tusks?
I think all of us.
Turns out,
Alright, who
you
needs the
can.
most healing?
So after
the
your
most
prayer,
Well, he's probably
you're
down
surprised
with
to
it,
see
points.
that Sahona
I heard.
actually is behind you, and she'll say, "Very well said."
Huh.
You don't have to
That does
give
not
me
surprise me.
the exact what you said, but what is the theme of what you were saying
So-
in prayer to this dragon?
The gist of the prayer is to the dragon gods.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of them, as we found out a while ago. So it's basically just a general prayer to the dragon gods to watch over this dragon soul as he carries on to wherever it is dragons go. Just because he was, incarnated as a chromatic is not necessarily its fault, and it did what it must as a dragon. So he basically it's a prayer of respect towards a valiant warrior slain, and a simple request of the dragon gods to watch over him as he carries on to the next life.
Yeah, so she will say in Orcish, so only Cormir can hear it. She'll say, "Very well said," after a worthy foe has been defeated.
Not very well hiding his surprise, he'll just kind of give her a simple nod.
And roll me a sense motive.
Oh god, I think I'm bad at these. It's a 14.
14 on the die?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's a 14 total.
All right, so through this entire time, and you're very used to this. This doesn't surprise you at all. Like you've gone throughout your entire life as a half orc up until yesterday afternoon, and So,
I imagine in the last 24 hours you'd see him go like this and just start to rub where his tusks used to be.
Oh,
oh, he's just got a weird he rubs his tusks. So, and especially since you think that the elves that you've met have just even to humans acted a little more racist than maybe they have a right to. Superior. So they act very superior, and other than only in this group. And Cecil seems pretty valiant, so you think that Sahona's been welcoming to Cecil, but you felt that it was just kind of a little bit of a you're in this thing because my boss said you're in this thing, so I'll respect and keep you alive, but I don't have to like it. That especially showcased when you were playing with the orc mutant, and she basically scalded you for just freaking kill it already. Are you kidding me? So you almost do feel that wasn't warmer than it should have been, and you don't know if it's because of your kill against the dragon, of your prayer to the dragon itself, or maybe the fact that now that you're an elf, maybe she's just automatically less racist
Slightly
towards
less
you.
racist.
That's so
I
funny.
changed my species.
Same
Well,
exact
no,
person.
exactly just as racist. It's just you're an elf now.
Oh, yeah.
It just doesn't apply to you anymore.
Her level of racism hasn't changed. I just moved categories.
You actually don't know what the source is.
Yeah.
Like in your head, you're like, there's
Those
at
are the
least
possibilities.
3 strong.
There's a lot of
things
reasons
I
why she could be
think
being
of.
nice, but it's weird she's being nice.
She really digs like the more masculine orcish traits in your face. She's like, ooh, a manly elf.
All right.
Who would have thought?
On the bright side, Austin, these are $30. So.
Yes.
But the unfortunate
feel a
news
little better.
is that unless you guys go hunting, your ostriches are nowhere to be seen.
Oh,
How
man.
far, do you know how far we are? Or do you just know direction?
Well, I mean,
So he can get a sense of like,
I'm going to start harvesting dragon parts.
go for it.
So, there isn't rules for it. There isn't prices associated to it. I'm just going to do the thing. I rolled a 25
I
survival
always
check.
felt that would have been a really cool supplement book.
A lot of people have come up with ideas, but no one's ever been
Well,
like,
like not something as far as like the Monster Hunter video games go, but it's just like there's just a lot of cool things. Like it talks about like, oh, this spider has a particular venom, so you can go ahead
video
and
games
harvest
now.
this venom.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this
Which
is
wants
the
to be on
check
the
that
screen?
it takes of a craft alchemy check, usually for harvesting venoms from spiders.
That makes
yeah.
sense.
that would
But
make
like
sense.
really, the only thing I've seen is specifically a venom, and I haven't seen any other things of like, you know.
That's because like poisons and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand that like the venoms go into poisons have a very immediate mechanical use, but there's other things that are valuable. Whether you know, like you could do full plate that you just theme as dragonhide, and what it would take to properly harvest that, or
Yeah.
if a dragon's big enough, turning a dragon tooth into a sword would be something that's really and like there's no rules for it.
that'd be cool. Oh, I'd be down.
They're all things
Huh.
that you yourself can theme.
Yeah.
So
Well, he just
There
got the
is
strongest card
a-
in Magic.
Make sure this is the first party.
No, it's not.
Possibly
But it was shiny.
first party.
Yeah.
book,
Pathfinder player
Pretty rad,
companion.
Brock. You can pitch it
the
to
player
force them both.
companion.
This one is specifically the Dragon Slayer's Handbook. It's
Right, I can't do
by
that.
Pile
Island.
Publishing.
Oh.
I imagine it's legit. Has a dragon crafting feat.
Not unless you have a paint
Oh,
or
that'd
something
be-
on the board named Blue.
Stop it.
That would be interesting to if you did a campaign where you ran into dragons enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only mad because that.
That gets
actually is
into how
kinda
much
good.
blood, acid, gall, musk, and skin, and then what they're used for, like a whole slew of things.
Oh, that's really cool.
That'd be cool.
It doesn't go into actually making like how many scale. Like they don't have any kind of ruling for how many scales you gather and how much armor that makes. It's for
In
I
third
want
edition
some
they did, but
scale
it was
mail.
real painful.
it's just as bad for the special material.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the special material, it implies that if you're wearing a dragon plate, like dragon scale full plate in Pathfinder, that somebody went out there and is a legendary hero who slayed a dragon. That is the implication.
It's there's no rules for how you would actually craft that itself.
No. It's just a material that you use an armor check to make based off its gold piece value. But you have to have me find it because the ratio is asinine. Like, we've looked at it.
Was it?
The cost
It was either
ratio?
gargantuan or colossal to make full plate.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah,
Scales wise.
I think that's a little ridiculous.
By selecting only choice... I mean, yeah, because you're talking about scales of... Even this large-sized creature is, what, 14 feet long?
Yeah.
So there's
And
gonna
if
be
there's scales on
plenty of
its
scales
wings.
to use, even on this guy itself, to make one set of armor.
Maybe not full plate because it's only large,
But
but,
at
maybe
least half
colossal.
plate. Yeah.
So, one dragon produces enough hide for a single suit of masterwork hide armor for a creature one size category smaller than the dragon. By selecting only choice scales and bits of hide, an armor smith can produce one suit of masterwork banded mail for a creature 2 sizes smaller, one suit of masterwork half plate for 3 sizes, or one masterwork breastplate for 4 sizes smaller.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
So yeah, so large.
Huge, gargantuan, colossal.
I don't see any reason why.
You need a 50-foot colossal
I
dragon
feel
to
a
get enough scales.
Huge dragon should be enough to make a full plate.
I get
Maybe-
having it be more than one size category bigger you for the heavy armors because they take a lot of large scales and plates.
Yeah.
but that level is amazing.
Yeah.
Seven's got a interesting point that maybe like not all the scales are up to snuff.
But they don't get that far into it in like even the lore of
I mean,
dragons.
they're good enough for the dragon.
That one. They're good enough to give the dragon its armor bonus.
Yeah, facts.
Oh yeah, but there is an aspect like battle damage. I mean, we did just flavor-wise rip the whole arm off of a dragon.
Well, yeah,
Well,
so
yeah,
like,
but
you're
also
ripping off
flavor-wise, it got
this
hit in the
chunk
same spot 3 times.
right here. So
True.
yeah.
Which makes it, but then if it died like over the course of getting hit in multiple spots,
Well, that's true too.
that would.
You think about how much damage you're doing.
So, like for example, if you had the time and the capability to carry, I would say like what one arm of a human is less than 15% of its mass.
So what you're saying is, if you want to efficiently do this, you have to go put it down.
We got to use like non-physical ways of killing this thing.
Yeah, we'll just go incapacitate a dragon and then
Phantasmal killer until it fails.
just grab
So
like
what if I
20
get
wizards.
a successful blindness? What if I get a successful blindness and someone just sneaks up? Oh no, he still has to be helpless.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
That's a successful like hold
monster.
on a fucking. Dragons are good all, aren't they?
Yes. And they're
Yeah.
gonna have good con. They're not gonna have the best decks.
So
Like,
here,
basically,
I'll
the decks
if you guys
suck.
want to know.
And then we'll.
Oh, don't tell me my connection to the server is being messed up.
The
So if you
connection
guys
is messed up.
want to know these specific stats, it had 23 forecasting shield for AC, 115 hit points, 11 fort, 8 reflex, 11 will. It had a bite attack at plus 16 for 2d6 plus 9. Plus 16 for 2 claws at 1d8 plus 6. 2 wings plus 11, 1d6 plus 3. And a tail slap 11 for 1d8 plus 9. It had a space of 10 feet, but a reach of 5 feet, except for the bite 10 feet. It had the breath weapon. I messed up. It would have been like 1 or 2 steps closer because it's only a 40-foot cone and not a 60-foot cone. But the furthest person away with Cecil was 45 feet away. So
It would have been like it would have been about to land on the bank of the river.
yeah, so it basically turned out the same. And then yeah, that was
So I'll just harvest the choice bits of hide and scales,
yep. So as
it were.
I think you all kind of sit there in reverence as you hear Cormir do his prayer, and a little bit of surprise as you see the interaction between Sahona and Cormir, even though you guys can't understand it in its fullness.
She looks like she said something nice.
And then you see Cormir quickly move up and start harvesting, and then I think it was Olni who asked Koru, so can you sense how far away we are? And so you do have a sense of both distance and like it's not necessarily the size of the aura, but it's the strength of the aura,
Okay.
and you know where it is, so you can definitely point and go down to that area. So you know that on foot without the ostriches, you're probably about 3 hours out,
Okay.
and you think at this point that this is now stronger than the last one you were at, which means you think it's nearing the end. You don't know if it's going to be done by the time you get there, but this is stronger than the last one that you guys approached.
Yeah, guys, we're real close. If I had to guess, like 3 hours or so. But it's pretty strong, so I hope
I
you
guess
guys got some spells and stuff, because I am tapped.
I am tapped.
Tapped.
I need to open Twitch so I can read
Yeah, the
the
question
chat.
is, do we bother trying to get the ostriches? I think at this point.
I think no.
I
Because
mean,
whatever because they have the monster with them that we've seen in all of the things. So as
Yeah.
soon as we get there, we're gonna have the same problem where this horrible monster that's been eating all these creatures is just gonna yell at them and they're gonna book it again.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was imagining.
So did I say aura about 1,000 times there, Seven?
Hold on.
Say it a few thousand more, please.
So yeah, I think we're better off just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with how
We're gonna
only
miss
3
those
hours
guys.
at this point. And we weren't walking all night either, so it's not like we're gonna worry about getting exhausted as easily.
We were riding mounts, so now the mounts are done, and they're gonna take a nap, and now we're gonna walk.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to know those guys, man. They were nice.
They were very nice.
That's too bad.
They're probably going to get gypped because they expected more snacks. Now they had to leave.
No, that is true. More snacks for us now.
Well, I mean, considering the circumstances, they did survive. So
Well, most of them.
That seems like
You
a
got
bit.
it.
I mean, yeah, but the one we're talking about, the ones that
Oh,
survived.
Yeah.
To add a little
'Cause I
orphan flair
don't-
to it, I'm gonna take the dragon's heart, and then I'm gonna eat it.
See, the thing is, I don't know if the dead
Wow.
ones are going to be
I'm
so
gonna
Well,
absorb
it's
as
not
much
like they
as
didn't
I
like
can.
these snacks again.
Yeah, they're
No, actually,
That's
that's in truth. As you're harvesting
moot
heart,
point.
right.
and you do get down to the heart,
Live to snack
and you
another
take
day.
a bite, she
Live to
goes,
snack another day.
That's my mom. Once an orc's always an orc. And then she turns and she leaves. So that warmth that you felt
Gone.
does dissipate.
Cormier gives a little bit of sigh, like a sigh of relief. It's like, oh,
A
things are back to normal.
relief.
And I think you can tell at this point that he's trying really hard to get as deep a voice as he can with his new elegant vocal cords.
He just sounds like this. Like
He's-
you just
he
can't
sounds
He just
like
sounds
this.
like this, but it's like this.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes,
this.
yes.
Cecil's
So-
just definitely gonna just again clap him on the shoulder.
Reggie's throwing bits at us.
I will do
But
a
keep an ostrich.
nice
You can
DM
say
friendly
40% or more
reminder
with Shark
of this is a good time to do some healing if anyone
just-
needs it.
I just healed this fool.
I already fucked an ostrich.
Does anybody else need any healing? I got a little more.
Okay.
So, out of curiosity, Spencer, how many lay on hands do you have a day?
I have 6 total, so now have 2 left.
Oh, damn. Never mind.
Who else is a little hurt?
Because you can use 2 for a channel, but at that point, never mind. I'm at 13 of 51.
I got you.
I'm a
Hold
little
on.
hurt. Hi, kitty.
1 second.
It's like I healed myself like between Matt and some of my other
So
hands. I healed
you
myself.
guys
up to
will see
50.
Sahona pull out a potion and chug a potion.
Okay.
Demonic tutor, yeah.
You had demonic tutor?
Alright, you
I
get
got
another,
yeah, I opened one.
you get another 13 points of healing,
Just
my
opened up
friend.
the second box.
And then after the potion, Sahona will say, if anyone has a spell, no matter how small to spare, I will I'd appreciate a heal myself.
Untapped, unfortunately.
Oh, I got you.
Rock, you got my.
Well, just turn
13
your time
points.
back a little bit on this. How bad do you feel you're hurt? Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
The way turn back time.
2
on this,
tenths.
Damn it, dude.
2 tenths?
She's, I guess, based off that, she's gonna go, oh, about after taking my last potion, about a 3, I guess.
Alright, so you just get a second level, yeah, a bit more robust. So that's, so that's 15 plus 7 is 22.
Thank you very much there, Poshment. I do appreciate it.
No problem.
Can Poshman spare one for a wee little elf?
I did already, but I can do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Different
me.
little elf.
For
Oh,
Sahona.
fair enough. for this wee little elf,
Yeah, sure. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad are you hurt?
I got 5.
Like a 12.
That's a lot bigger than the 3, so I'll go ahead and put a little bit more oomph into this one.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure that all the healing goes to the weak ones.
And so
How hurt
make
are you?
if you're all squeamish,
On a
make sure
scale
you're not
of
looking
1
at
to
it. It just kind of
67,
knits things
or
together in a
39.
timey sort of a fashion. So
How hard are you? On a scale of 1 to that thing that breathed again, I would have died.
16.
That's a variable number, so really hard for you to tell now.
With
Yes.
a larger level spell, you got a 17.
Oh, beauty.
Well, it's like Spence's lay on hands. Was it 9? 9 out of 66.
Yeah.
That was fucking rough.
That is awful.
It is bad. But it wasn't even that good. Like
Alright, is
on 66, the first one was 4. Yeah, I think it was 5. Yeah.
is anyone else gonna want to get
66, yeah, it's just like 5.
I'm
any
fine
healing
enough
before
at
we
this
move
point.
on?
Well, if I had taken any damage, I might consider it, but
I'll probably give myself a little bit with
if
the
I had taken any damage, I wouldn't have considered it because I had to reset my entire counter
Oh, yeah,
of
do it again.
healed and
Right.
natural. Oh, that was the part that I hated the most.
Yeah, a new body,
Really
technically
on that
speaking.
Yeah, no history of scars. There's no history.
Which one? There was 2 of them, Spencer.
Alright,
I
also
feel no
you don't have to do this right now, Austin, but maybe just think about what type of parts you would have harvested from the dragon.
But on its heart, he ate that.
Oh, I mean, even though he ate it, he still harvested it. He
I guess that's true, yeah.
ate it. I don't know if you'd want to share it with everyone, or just with me, but I'd at least appreciate it.
I'll give it some thought.
Cora's gonna take a tooth.
Excuse you. You didn't touch this dragon. You don't
I
give a
mean,
shit.
if it's alright with you.
It's not.
Okay. Alright.
When you kill a dragon, then you can.
You know, I was gonna say something, but it's like,
Actually,
no,
I want to see one of your like what is it like? You'll put scratch marks in a vehicle, so instead of scratch marks, you make a giant necklace around Kren, and you put one tooth on there for the first dragon, a second tooth on there for the second dragon.
I think that's what's gonna start happening.
Is you make a necklace for Kren, and each dragon
And the
kill
goal
gets a
is to
separate-
have 2 necklaces and then go in order of teeth. So have all of the teeth
in size or in kills.
in kills. So however big it was is however big that it might look odd, but just actually make a dragon's maw out of several dragon's maws.
That's cool. I like it.
All right, so as you guys get healed up and you guys get back ready to go on your adventure, you just start putzing down. Corey takes the lead once again. And one thing that's interesting is you're going to realize for about even like the first hour and a half is if there were any signs of tracks, they're always like leading away from the point of where the dragon was. So like at this point, you know, you guys have been doing a lot of, you know, zigzagging or dodging and weaving as Core or someone else notices like, oh, well, that's a track. How recent is it? Should we go that way or should we just veer a little bit around to avoid it?
Our fine friend seems to have cleared out the area.
Yeah, so,
makes sense.
you know, you realize it's like, no, this is basically a straight getaway.
Not bad.
And there's not too many land obstructions other than this river, which is just running pretty south. So even that's not getting in your way. And
Mechagodzilla's gonna go
You
into
guys-
Marchesa.
make
Nice,
it
yeah.
pretty okay
Yeah, I didn't do it.
to your next location.
Hey, look.
And
Look, they're here. Fuck, they're here.
you guys walk up to
This is gonna hurt.
It's gonna be an interesting thing.
this,
that
and let me go
cats?
ahead and let me get you guys all back on the board. Put it on the board. Oh, I'm in the GM layer like a doofus. That's not gonna help me.
You doofus.
The GM layer.
Yeah.
Layer, I hardly know.
Ooh, ear.
Oh.
And then
And good night.
That's all I got.
I'll share those in a second, Austin. Once I get people on the board.
Yeah.
Put it on the board.
Yeah, so now that I am have access to the GM Roll20, I decided to make a tavern. Man, that took a long time.
Oh, it
you want
really
actually
can.
detailed make a tavern.
Oh yeah, it looks, but it
bad.
took me like 2 hours.
Make, what do you mean? Like, how do you make?
I
Oh,
got
he just
Like
made a
tile
map of
by
it. Yeah.
tile.
Oh.
Because you can look at the word like tavern, and there would be 3 or 4 halfway decent from the web
Oh, wow.
pre-gen bars
Right,
you just gotta
yeah.
throw in.
That's.
But this guy's insane, so he went ahead and tile by tile, item by
I
item.
already
Wow. Good for
ran
you.
this
So Austin, if you want to go ahead and
Tavern.
put these two side by
and
side, so
had
they
the
can see both.
details. So
Absolutely.
I made them real.
So as you guys
I'm a
go
little
ahead
sneaky boy.
and you find yourself into kind of once again another area that looks like it's ruins. You have no idea as you first approach this if this has connections with any of the other ruins you've seen in this adventure, which you've seen a number of ruins. But and you guys probably are a little bit further back. It just doesn't have the depth.
Yeah.
And you see these two creatures here. You see the Kitsune Sorcerer and Kitsune Sorcerer Dashiva and the Venaran Ranger Chrismax that you have been chasing since the beginning of this adventure, knowing that these are two of the people that you were warned about in your vision of the future, that somehow they have roles in the apocalypse that you witnessed. And
Critical rolls,
you
one might say.
realized,
Hey,
based
baby.
off of footprints in the sites that you've been
Where Brandon's
investigating
concerned,
through the forest
probably.
of Athilanoris, noticing Benarin and Kitsune footprints, that they are agents in
Monkey
this land.
paws and fox feet.
So, as you're approaching, and how do you guys approach this? Like, you're coming through and
Like I own the place.
like you own the place. All right. Are you like straight out attacking, or is it like a charge, or are you gonna try to initiate conversation, or what?
I'm just walking up like another place.
All right, so
Oh, like he's walking into his house after a long day at work, own the place, kind of.
okay,
Oh, I know how he does that. I see him all the time.
so you
Walks
guys
up
walk
to the mini
up.
fridge in the ruins, grabs a beer, sits down. It's like, what do you guys do? What are you guys doing here?
So then you guys basically
Oh,
walk
he's
up
here.
to where you actually are on the map. That'll make it a lot easier. And you guys will... You're walking up as you own the place. And you hear the Venaran go, huh. I thought I was realizing signs in the forest that there were others here. I didn't realize it would be you guys, though.
Sup? Yeah, I don't say that.
Who else would it be at this point?
Who else would be crazy to come all the way out here? It'd be insane.
Actually, we thought the elves.
Nah.
That makes sense.
I mean, we brought one of them with us.
Yeah,
And gained an
We
extra
did.
one.
He's now an elf. It's saying in my head.
Yeah, but you were here with the... You've been with
Scrooge's
us
like
the whole
half
time.
elf now. I don't like it.
You guys don't know the events unfolding here in front of you. And
Nope, that is correct.
That's why we're here.
Are you guys the ones killing the forest? Did you blight the trees?
we did not blight the trees. And you know that the blighted trees,
Ooh,
like
kinda
where
cool,
you're
yeah,
fighting
man.
the fey creatures and
Yeah.
those ugly caterpillars, that's just, I don't want to say a natural phenomenon, but you know that trees blight. That it's almost kind of, it's not
Like
quite...
a disease? Like a spell?
It's not a disease. Like, what's in between a living entity and a disease? Blight is almost like...
Parasite?
An act of God.
Just call it a corruption.
It is a corruption, yeah. It almost has a level of intelligence
Pull
to
away
it,
from the microphone.
Yeah.
It's picking up those packs pretty well.
but
Fair enough.
So, okay, I guess I would know that then.
yeah. So you know about the blight, so you probably wouldn't have asked that question actually.
Oh, okay.
But
I mean, you could have phrased it instead of blighting the trees. Is it you
causing the disturbance?
causing the disturbances,
Yeah, something like that.
sacrificing this forest's creatures to some strange beast?
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Yes, that is what we've been doing in this forest. And he goes, it's unfortunate that the beast just left, and you'll never get to see it, as you will not be leaving these grounds of which you've just entered.
Cormiers are going to be like, oh, less thinking for me then.
Alright, and then you see the Venaran go for the bow. You see the Kitsune raise the arms and spells. And then you also
Ditto.
see these creatures here kind of hanging off to the side. I'll reveal those on the... Put it on the board.
Put on pizza.
This is a dungeoneering check if anyone wants to try to identify this.
That's 1 irrelevant, 2 irrelevant, 3 irrelevant, and 4 irrelevant.
Not my best. That's a 19.
15 above CR, yeah. So
Okay.
Abayaki,
He's insight.
Yeah.
dark vision, see in darkness, it's an aberration. Immune
there
to
you go.
cold, confusion, insanity, critical hits, hunger, sneak attacks, thirst, 2 claws, a bite. It's got a blood drain and a bloodlust. And they are one of the aberrations that technically are outer space-esque entities.
One of them themed.
Interesting.
Yeah. We're just gonna pretend like they are natural of this world also for the sake of why they're here.
Seven's identified them.
As what, little bitch?
They're catty potatoes.
They are them Cali potatoes. That's what I saw.
Alright,
I saw 4 of them Cali potatoes come and steal my cow.
I know Austin's already
Edgar?
preemptively...
Your skin seems loose. Need sugar.
Sugar.
Water.
Water.
More.
So what's everyone getting for some initiative, boys?
13.
13 for Cecil.
16 for Parchment.
16 for Poshment.
I like it when I go first.
Maybe it stays that way.
Corey, what'd you get?
15.
Yeah, in regular
I'm sorry, Cecil, what'd you get?
11. Or well, 13.
13, yeah.
Rolled 11.
In
the thing
regular
that happens
half
is-
orc fashion.
I'm actually going to have you stop entering things because I had half the people's initiative in there. Then you hit enter on your one guy, and it deleted everything I had typed in.
weird.
Oh no.
So you're going to stop entering initiatives. Just
Or-
funny thing.
That's weird.
Okay.
Are
Weird.
you not pressing enter after every single one?
Well, I'm just this one, and then as I'm going through, and all of a sudden, Brock presses enter, it deletes everything I did, and I go,
Okay.
shoot.
Yeah.
So we're just no longer going to have you. I know you're just trying to be helpful, but
Strange.
it's
It's like somebody, you guys are all on a document together, and somebody else hits save.
yeah, that's
Anybody
exactly
can
what it
edit,
is,
Yeah.
Makes
and it
sense.
just kicks out whomstever.
Almost.
All right, so let's see how this initiative's turning out, my guys.
I'll open the window.
Only hears.
Pretty nice. I got this. It's real easy, guys. I just go haste
Boom.
on all of the boys.
All the boys.
All of the boys. And, yeah, I think I'm kind of good here. I will say turn.
All right.
Oh, I have one second.
We will have the Ranger go. So he is going to go ahead and there's a lot of bushes here, so we're going to declare for this map the bushes aren't difficult terrain. They will provide not even a full cover, maybe a +1 AC if you're doing a range attack through the bushes. These stone obstructions we will call just difficult terrain for you to clamber over.
Hey, can we close the...
Oh yes, we can close the Bayaki. Okay, and then let me try to get this more centered for us here at the table. Yes, the kitchen, Vanarin will go there, and the big talking now elf cavalier will get shoddy shots.
That was rude.
Oh,
Natty 20s.
fumble.
That was where you rolled a yeet.
I was about to say...
An unyeet. That's as far as yeet as you can get.
Wait, it's a yoink?
No.
That's what I should have put on the one.
Oh, could you have done
Talk
that?
to me!
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so he goes and he's pulling out his bow and
All right.
he's kind of doing the shooting and not really looking where he's going, and then he kind of stumbles and lets go, and that one flies far to your left. Poshment.
Fucking squirrel wrangler.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bless.
I should put a
On
doom gate
party.
in
All right, so
Blindfoot.
you have all been hasted, and now you've all been blessed.
It's not-
Bless yourself.
I'm
before
not
you-
gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
move
it's
any
not- it's
closer
not-
because I don't want to die.
So we're not +2 attack,
Why not?
+1
I missed the
damage,
days
+1
I've
where
been
it
AC.
was,
told I'm supposed to
Haste
not
doesn't do
Nothing
damage.
ball
Nothing
drop.
does damage yet. It was prayer that did damage.
Okay, perfect.
Such a valid thing.
+2 attack.
Still
+1
hanging
AC.
around every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
All right,
fast.
and that's the end of Poshman's turn.
Yep.
All right, we will move on to Koru.
All right, Koru.
I wanted to build a deck
All right,
that's
so
just
Koru
these
is going
four.
to cast a spell.
enough.
Ooh, he's gonna cast a spell.
If I actually
Aggressive
took the deck of
thundercloud
the
on-
land creature,
Is it a radius guy or what?
the
It's
4
just a
mana,
5 foot
he dies for 2.
diameter, so it's
Blue
just
green.
one
One
5 foot
square?
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast it on this point.
Slumber counters.
On the side. So what does it do?
Yeah.
What do I need?
Reflex
The
save.
giant creature
or
who's
you take
also a
four.
land
attack
who
die.
has slumber
Yeah.
counters. Who's
And when it's failed.
I almost built
Okay.
So,
a deck around
give
him
me your
where it was
damage, my
him
son.
and a bunch of krakens, leviathans,
My
octopuses,
son?
and serpents. And I think I stuck with that
8 points
theme
of
for the
damage.
one I put online.
Alrighty. First blood goes to Koru on this Bayaki right here as an aggressive thundercloud hits him.
And that stays there. It's like a thing that stays. as
Yeah,
long
that's
as
the
I
flaming sphere for that element.
yeah, basically. And then Naomi's gonna fly up to the same guy and attack.
Fucking riggers.
Still.
There's like what 3 cards that are
20
riggers, and I think they're all goblin riggers because they're like
That's
jerry rigging.
Sorry, take it.
So I don't know how many they came out
Do your
with in
thing.
the latest unset, but that's besides this one, the only one that's ever been printed.
Oh,
I'm trying to see if I
okay.
can find.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
like
that.
contraptions.
I knew there were other ones that were just like weird goblins,
Oh, I
like
wanted,
building
like, a-
contraptions, but I
dice.
didn't know
No,
they
I
were.
wanted-
No, that's the
cards.
best part. When this card was originally
That-
printed in Future
Yep.
Sight,
Ooh,
it was
nice.
the only
So that
rigger-
lightning's going to be right
it was
there.
the
There,
only
yeah.
card in the entire
that's
game
cool.
that
All right,
mentioned
so you didn't move at all.
contraptions.
No, Corey
Maybe
done
future
this.
sight.
Naomi's gonna
It was
move up to
great.
that. Yeah, there you go.
And you're going to do an
It was
attack
so
against
good.
them. Okay.
Yeah, 20 to hit.
But at least I got ammo
Most
to beat it.
likely. Yes, that hits.
Awesome.
Fucking trading
3
post.
points of damage.
Make a goat. And then I'm gonna make a goat.
It's hard to fetch
hate
this
that
guy when.
You don't like goats?
It's not that I don't like goats are fine. I don't like trading post. Fuck
Oh.
trading post.
That's fair.
You said how many points? I'm sorry.
3 shenanigans.
All right, we go next in the movement order. I believe that is a Cecil.
I want to make.
You've been
Felix
hasted, so
pinnacle
your
good.
movement speed's doubled, and you've
Go
been
with
blessed.
Rage reflection.
Sweet.
That's your son.
Go with him.
I'm gonna move up and
You have
attack
to do
him.
blue greens.
You're gonna move up to the Venarin?
Yeah.
All right, so he actually is on top of that stone, so he will have a height advantage. So you just give me your number, and his AC is 1 higher, but that might not affect you at all.
We will find out. So I'll have 2 attacks for this.
No,
Okay.
unfortunately, it's only when you spend a full round
Okay.
that you get the extra attack.
Sweet. And that's nice.
Temporal. That's a really cool foil too.
That's true. For that card. Hey, mate, you need a foil one with nothing?
Yes, exactly.
I don't actually.
Have you
Sure.
seen a foil one with nothing?
So that'll be
I
21.
have not. But
It's
Right.
pretty.
And that's with all the other bonuses. Unfortunately,
Cool,
a
I
21
guess.
does not make it.
Vigors.
All right, so you moved and you attacked. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn. Well, actually, I guess I was moving up. I'll try to smite on him.
Yeah, it's just swift action, so you could have done
Yeah.
it before he moved. So that also would have added charisma to attack roll.
Oh,
Charisma.
so that will be a hit then.
Sweet.
So go ahead and roll your damage, and make sure you add your level to the damage for the smite.
Is he an undead, evil outsider, or dragon?
He is all 3. Does it get quadruples?
Yes.
If you say so.
No. No, I was just joking.
He has all 3.
How does that affect it, Brock? If he's all 3 of those creatures?
I mean, I've seen an undead dragon. I've seen a dragon outsider.
But what about just an undead dragon outsider?
I have never seen or heard of an undead dragon outsider.
Have you seen the Undead Outsider?
No.
That
Yeah, I was thinking.
was the combo I don't think works.
No.
An undead
If it's
immortal.
killed on its plane,
it still dies and goes back to the normal.
Actually, no, they don't. That's
No?
the end of them for
And
outsiders.
this is the first.
Oh yeah, so they just
Oh, wait, no.
cease to exist.
This is
So
not
you
a-
can't
I
really.
guess the body's still there, but like. But yeah.
is there anything special that happens for the first hit of a smite?
No.
No, only
like,
if they're
a
one of
specific-
those 3
yeah.
things that gets
Okay.
double damage.
Yeah,
But you add level to damage.
Exactly. Perfect. So that will be 13. So 20.
Smash Mono's still useful.
Not anything to balk at
Some
there.
pretty good normal stuff.
All right.
I mean, it's
regularly
total
placed
like,
So then we have it's
sweet.
the Kitsune's turn to Shiva, and I will need everyone.
Damn it! I guess either way.
I believe. Is it a 30-foot or a 20-foot ball?
I don't know.
I don't know,
Is it
just
fireball?
guessing.
Fireball.
20-foot radius.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So everyone but Naomi needs to give me a reflex save.
He stat 1.
But Naomi, okay.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's better. He
Reflexes?
stats 1, guys.
Reflex.
Luckily.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Well, that's Kren, who adds 10 right now.
Nice.
So that's a 29 from Kren. And then that's me, who adds 6 right now, so it's a 23 from me.
All right. So
21.
23.
19.
And higher than 23.
27.
17.
So Koru and Poshment fail, and you do realize that this is a thunderball and not a lightning ball and not a
Fireball. Cool.
fireball.
Damn it. I was hoping it was Fireball.
You take less damage?
Kren does.
Um,
It's the one I worry about.
fair enough.
Well, actually, this is nothing above a 3.
Oh.
This is actually 18 total on that fireball. So,
So 9.
Koru and Poshman take 18. Everyone else takes 9.
Alrighty then.
Minus 9 hit points.
Okay.
Math,
Now at 21 hit points.
And then as I go back there, he is going to just go
Yeah.
ahead and move a little bit
At
off
least
to the
you can heal
side.
yourself.
I like being squishy.
Whoa.
Not true.
Oh, wait,
Actually, he's going to run. He's going to take a move action and get up to there.
So he's a sorcerer. Is that guy a
She.
She, sorry, yeah. She. He was a
Ranger.
ranger. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Come on.
And then it is time for the Bayake's turn. So we will have him go down there, him go to there. This one will get out of the thundercloud and just stay on Naomi. And this one will come all the way down to Poshmint.
1, 2.
So, let's see. Let's start off with the one against a Cecil boy. See, not a 20, doesn't hit. The one against Cormier. Not a 20, doesn't hit. The one against Poshmint has a chance. That is a hit against Poshmint.
Alright, it's fine.
Screw was waiting for me to say that one is a 20.
So,
yeah.
4. 1. So you take 7 points of damage,
Okay.
and load page, load page, load. Okay. So go back to what I was doing. Just making sure I'm doing things correct. And then,
Numbers.
let's see, Mitch, what's your
What's the
CMD?
number I have
No.
to roll?
It's +1 from haste.
That doesn't matter.
I can 5-foot step. Then I'm adjacent, so I can
+1
fast
from
mount,
haste.
and I can.
My CMD is an 18.
So he does not grapple you.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Oh,
And then
grapple
against
monsters.
Naomi, what you said 21 for Naomi?
21 for Naomi. Come on!
Misses Naomi.
That's right.
All right.
Control.
Oh,
And now we have Cormier.
thing I know.
So a target that you're going to ignore has moved up next to you. What are you going to do?
5-foot step diagonally. Make a check to fast mount, and then fly by attack the sorceress.
Target that you're going to ignore.
Wait, how do I get...
Move to back.
Oh yeah, I got to move Kren to back. Thank you.
Yeah.
To back.
So, swift action, 5-foot step, free action mount.
5-foot step isn't a swift action.
It isn't? Is it a
No.
free action?
It's free action.
Oh, it's a double free action, and then
But you can't move and take a 5-foot step in the same turn.
I didn't. I 5-foot stepped.
To
But
move.
yeah, but you're about to move, aren't you?
It's moving.
Oh, yeah, it's moving.
That's the
Yeah.
nasty thing
That's
about mounts.
what's
right,
gross
yeah.
about mounts.
But his mount also is kind
Oh,
of
wait.
My mount is super
There's,
squishy.
there's a chance.
Oh, they might.
Oh, they both get an attack on him.
A yoink again.
That's
Take
cool.
it.
That's cool.
I'll take yoinks.
No, it's only one gets an attack on you. Oh, but one gets an attack
I'm
on
imagining the ascend is so low because she's not very high off the
Kren.
ground.
What's Kren's AC?
Higher than mine,
Oh, never mind then.
I think. 28.
A 19 does not hit. A 19 on the die does not hit
No.
Kren.
He is a decently armored boy on his own who is wearing armor.
That's good. So then you are going to take Kren's move action, and are you going to go to and about like right here? Or how far do you think you're going?
We're just charging the sorceress.
Oh,
Just-
you're going for the sorcerer.
Not a flyby attack, just a generic charge in her face.
Okay. Once
Fuck
again, this
this
Bayake
bitch.
will. An 18, but still not a hit.
Mm-hmm. If it was a flyby attack, I'd tell your attack opportunity to go fuck themselves. Because flyby attacks gross.
No, they are.
But it's a charge for... Ooh, actually. So I got a 30.
So I've got good news and I got bad news. That hits.
Okay. And then Kren got...
Sorry, I was just trying to scare you guys. Like, you better not say fucking 30 doesn't hit me in.
Oh, I was expecting mirror images and to get really sad.
Oh.
Does a 20... 4. 20. No, 25. Same enemy as me. 25.
25 does it.
Okay.
I themed it as they didn't know you guys were ready, so they didn't have all their defensive spells up.
Mhm.
The Kitsune had mage armor up, but the Kitsune doesn't
That
have
just
shield
makes
up,
sense,
doesn't
yeah.
have mirror image up,
So
doesn't
that's a
have...
1, but those are both 8s, so that's nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that's 47 for me.
Just a little bit of damage.
And
just a little.
that's 7 more. 7 more from Gren.
It's like a paper cut worth of damage.
54 damage in total.
Take that, you fucking spellcasting bitch.
Yeah, so that's
All that
basically...
damage.
Once again, that's a good jab.
I'm
to
imagining
just,
the
like-
right-handed lance, and then the left side is a nice chomp chomp,
Yeah,
but from a draconic bird. So
from a draconic bird.
No big deal.
no idea.
Alright, so we will move
Hit
to
me with your
Sahona.
best shot.
I did.
And there is a
That's all I got.
creature next to Olney, so she's going to go ahead and unload on this creature. That's a hit. That's a natural yeet.
Oh no.
No, this is good.
But a 1 on the confirm.
A yoink on the confirm.
And then
Yoink!
I think that's
Lord.
actually...
I didn't know they had a returning
Lord,
weapon.
Oh, that is a hit. Wow. Okay, so... So Hona obliterates that one. Please don't be the one that's on initiative. Please don't be the one that's on initiative. What do you guys have? 11, just in case. Is it that one? No, it's the one by Cecil. That's good.
You want to copy it right quick and throw it off screen? Because you're thinking about it?
Yeah. Nope.
Wait,
Don't
that's
bring
an
it up.
ostrich.
He's
He
back.
came back.
He came back.
He sees the dead where
In
he's snacks.
In Celestial, they're like, "Greetings, mortals. We are Celestial Ostrich, capable of traveling through dimensions, time, and planes."
All right, he just grabs the dead one, snack.
So
and
we are
leaves.
back up to the top of initiative order with an Oni Kiris.
Oh
So-
my goodness.
He is on his face, but I think I'm still gonna ask him for a fort save. DC 17.
The ranger?
Which one?
Oh,
Her.
her.
Fort save from the...
Sorcerer.
did you miswrite down her? Because I have male.
Oh, I have female.
Not quite.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So fort save, what?
17 suck.
Yeah, because Deshiva is
What
a
happens?
female
She is
name.
blind. He is
I'm not
blind.
gonna-
Oh, then it's a fail. 12 on the die. That's pretty good.
Boy said 17. You said
I didn't know if it was
oh.
a save for half or anything. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no.
So
Alright.
Deshiva is a male now?
Yeah, it's a male.
That is yoink.
So they have no females. How uninclusive, Brandon.
For some reason, as I said this, I was supposed to make the head of them a female, and then throughout everything in my notes as I'm reading the scripts, I'm like male, 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 and I'm just like, like a
How
month later, I
uninclusive.
realized how rude I was.
That's just the power of the patriarchy right there. We gotta
Yeah.
unlearn this.
All right.
Hey, I already did unlearn it. I was on the page of Deshiva being female because I just, I guess,
So-
like understand Deshiva on a deeper level.
Charismax will take a step back.
There you go. Good
Charismax
job,
will take a
Seven.
step back
Yeah.
and will
Power to you,
unload
7.
on our good friend Cecil. So
Is Deshiva's first name Corlin?
No, Deshiva is the name.
Ooh, a mononym. My favorite.
What does Corlin Deshiva have to do with anything?
It's from the Wheel of Time wiki, and it's the first result that popped up when I looked at Deshiva.
I didn't know the person's other part of the name, but I definitely absolutely crazy, bloodthirsty caster evil boy. I named him after Deshiva. Good job, Austin. So this person will start unloading against
Chris
my...
Max is from there too, I'm sure.
No, Chris Max was random name generator, I think.
It's a good name.
14.
Quiz
That's
Max.
fair. Yeah.
Chris Max.
So the first shot against Cecil's a hit. The second shot against Cecil will be a hit. And the third shot, I think, has to be a 20. And I rolled a 3. So that's going to be 2 hits on Cecil. So the first hit is 29, and oh wait, no, my bad. For multi-shot, do you double the favorite enemy bonus for damage also?
Yeah.
So 29, 33, 37.
Ooh.
And the second one is another 22.
So I'm dead.
Dead?
I am pretty sure because it's
How much health did you have before this deck?
4.
Oh.
Yeah, you.
Well, I gave us an
absolutely
opportunity to do healing.
I did heal. I healed up to 50
That was the first. You took this.
And fireball.
and fireball.
Did you take half damage from the fireball? 9?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he passed, so we only took 9 from the fireball.
Yeah.
So he's
I
at 41.
Yeah.
Or you attacking last turn?
Oh, 38,
Yeah.
7 was the first one.
Minus 37, minus 20, what do you say, 24?
24, yeah.
Yeah, nobody here has a con score of 20.
No.
This is why we all should have taken a detour and gotten bit by bugs.
Oh gosh dang it.
I offered it at the beginning of the game.
It's true.
I guess you can never use a ranger. Favorite enemy is rude.
I mean, it's good.
Oh my
I don't know
God,
if I
you
say
straight up
it's
died?
rude. It's
Yes.
situational because like
God.
he's
It's like
the
you
human.
can't. Yeah, he's the only human.
It's my second time.
See, the problem is they're not going to get a second round. They're not. I mean, they're not going to
Oh,
get
yeah,
another round
no.
after this.
It's like
So-
you can't technically. You'd say the same thing about an Inquisitor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Like
No,
DPS
like,
is
my
super
goal
high.
I want
for
lethality
this-
to be a
yeah.
thing.
My goal for this is for them to get basically one big volley,
Yeah.
and you guys to go cool. Boom. I didn't realize.
Yeah, they pulled it off. It's good.
I was just
Yikes.
surprised with the Kitsune opened up with a fireball, and I was like, not a charm person or dominate. Dominates way too early. Sorry, dominates one level too early.
Oh no, I wasn't.
Dominates 8 if you go through the Nine Tails.
No, I wasn't going for that. I just wanted to have a blasty blast guy.
Yeah. It's
All right,
good.
Paul.
Yeah, and I was being racist and assumed that Kitsunes, being naturally gifted in enchantment, all of them would be enchanters.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Magistrate.
do that
Sorry,
fancy
commanders.
thing where
From the command zone.
while I'm standing right next to an enemy that seems to want to attack me, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary defensively.
Okay.
Because I'd like to not die too. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So now I am sanctified.
Perfect.
Let's see, do I want to try and force the issue now? Because I could just walk away.
Parchman goes, excuse me, gentlemen, I'm on their team.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk away from this creature.
And what am I making again for the?
It's a DC 17 will save.
Where's?
Fucking, this is the greatest spell. This is just the best spell ever.
That will be a fail. So where do you want to move to?
Away.
Tips his hat. Why?
North, south, east, west.
Yes.
If this way is north, I'd like to go south.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I see that health bar. You're looking not great.
Yeah, it's not good at all. I mean, I don't know if that health bar is actually accurate.
No, probably not.
But-
Yes. The health
I'm
bar
sitting
was
there-
when we were at our
I'm
own
sitting there at solid
computers.
14 hit
Oh.
points.
Yeah, I saw a 7 attached to mine, and I was like, nope, that probably says 67, and mine's 50.
Koru.
Propaganda.
Move action, move the thundercloud back to on top of that guy.
Yeah.
Roll a reflex save for me, please.
4 plus a number is probably gonna fail. So what happens? Another how much damage?
It's, 18. So another
I didn't even like this. Dog.
8 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking thought you'd say that.
And full attack action on from Naomi on the same guy. There she
It's just a
is.
6. These would be
Do I have +1 to
Let's see
damage?
if
or
he's
anything?
friend.
No.
Plus? No? Oh, okay.
Bless is plus 1 to attack.
makes
Haste is
sense.
plus 1 attack. It was prayer that gave the damage.
Ah.
God, that's such a bad card. It's so
Yep.
2.
Yeah, okay.
That's so shitty.
So that's
Fucking Brimstone Dragon.
so
It's like,
minus,
next time.
-2.
No.
So 3 points of
I would have
damage.
been disabled. Like I could have healed up to like my full hit points, but I wanted
12.
to save like 2 of my land points for like in
And
combat.
then
Mid combat, you
emergencies.
take some of your hit points. You.
Yeah, 19 minutes.
Exactly.
So
Because I would have had 12 more.
Mm-hmm.
5
So I would have
points
just
of
been
damage.
just.
Which
Hey,
negative
also
8.
Out of
a
curiosity,
waste
Mitch,
of
do we
time,
still
yeah.
have the wand of Cure Lights or no?
Yeah, I still have it. I think it's 11 more charges. We're almost out.
Yeah, if I had been in that cone for the acid damage, we would have been out. Because I would have failed that.
Okay. And that's Koru's
And
turn?
Kren
Yeah,
would
that's
have
my turn.
maybe made it. And that would have been a lot more
Okay.
healing.
So Dashiva is in front of Dragon Boy and does not like that location. So
$12.
he will take a 5-foot step back and we'll do
No, I got Fortress.
what Brock can identify as a Scorching Ray.
Casting
against-
defensively?
He took a. Does a friend?
Kren has 10-foot reach.
He will just in a second. The second level spell, I'm going for a 19.
Yeah.
Wow.
Natural yeet, so he gets
Naturally.
the defensive castings. And,
It's a good spot for the waste of natural yeet.
You can imagine if the spell requires an attack. Oh, it's Scorching Ray. It does require an attack roll.
46 against Cormier.
So,
What's your
yeah.
touch, Cormier?
That's funny.
I want to talk about it.
No, talk about it.
Would you like to read about it?
It's a 14.
No.
All right, so both hit you.
Yep.
Well, I guess that wraps that up.
So
50 points of damage.
16 plus
24.
36 in total on those Scorching Rays.
Okay.
Okay. The Bayakes, let's see. So
There's-
this one,
Why is that one blue?
he's got an effect from Matt on him. Put it on there.
He has Flaming Sphere on him, yeah. The Flaming Sphere exists, I guess.
Aggressive Thundercloud.
Thundercloud. Yeah, it functions the same as the spell that we know,
So
which
this
is
one will
Flaming Sphere.
move down to hit Sahona and miss.
Which is a really good spell for low levels.
This one up here
Especially
will
if you're
turn its
dungeon delving,
attentions to
private white
Ren.
corridors.
Miss and miss. And this one will do attacks versus Naomi. That's a hit and that's a miss. So when Matt gets back, Naomi will take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Alright, next we have Cormier.
Okay, so Kren's going to kind of angle just slightly to help me. And so Cormier is going to, with Kren's aid, pop to the top of that a little bit,
Okay.
leaving his lance behind and grabbing his masterwork Morningstar, and then in Orcish say, "He's yours," and point to the ranger. So Kren will provokingly plop over there.
Like behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Kren will get one
You only
bite.
took 7.
So Kren will get one bite, but he'll provoke from the Biaki. And I will
Doesn't hit.
roll a 17.
Unfortunately not, no.
And Kren roll the 14.
Unfortunately not, no.
Okay.
So we will turn to Sahona. So she's going to take a 5-foot step back.
Oh, and there was a
Forward.
tough monologue about how you'll never destroy the world somewhere in there.
Okay.
As he's very calmly and nonchalantly just.
Spencer, I don't know if you want to,
Morning Star and stepping off.
Make attack rolls for Sahona or what?
this world.
Okay.
We would never.
So Sahona will shoot at
like
Chris
it.
Max.
Can't remember my new vocal cords.
Right.
You
Yeah.
will never
1
destroy
against
this world.
Chris Max.
Something
2
awkward.
against Chris Max. That shouldn't be a crit on the 3rd attack against Chris Max. Let me just make sure. If it wasn't for the height advantage, that would have been a crit, but she gets all 3 hits against Chris Max.
Well, at least somebody hit Chris Max. Most Spence gave him a good once.
I saw 0 mana encrypt and got really excited.
What a fucking fake out.
Alright, so that doesn't take out Chris Max, but that really drops Chris Max low. as you
So
see
funny.
just 4 arrows. All right, Olney. What do you think you have?
2 spells left and a wand of magic missiles.
Honestly, better than I have.
Yeah,
You know what? A wand of magic missiles is better than nothing.
it is. It's contemplating, do I use that or do I use one of my 2 spells left?
It
Because
depends on how much of a threat you think things are.
these guys are nasty.
Because if you trust me and Kren, we got those 2.
Yeah.
But
and
you
that
did
means-
just see that guy obliterate Cecil in 1 round.
Yeah. Not real concerned about the other little guy.
Really? Because if 2 of them come at you, I feel like they could hurt.
I mean, yeah.
You're not the toughest hombre.
I mean, yeah. I will dish
The
a.
worst part is it the rare 29 cents.
I'll dish
Foil.
a magic missile at
Chris Max?
Chris
I wanna
Max.
see-
4 damage.
Is it
It had 2 hit points left.
Oh wow, that's funny.
Wow. Well, it's a really good thing you put your NPC to follow us. Otherwise, we'd have a lot more TPKs.
All right, Poshmans.
And I'll
Oh.
move over there.
You gonna heal up?
Yes, I think I am,
It's a
because
solid choice.
Magic missile wand.
Is this
Yeah.
the one that failed you on the
Yeah,
sanctuary?
Yeah.
Okay.
because it instead of going at him, went to. So I don't know.
You just want to scroll down a little bit on the map.
Just.
yeah, I'm just going to cast the 3rd level.
Okay.
Heal spell on myself.
Perfect.
And gain.
Yeah, because if
18
Sahona wasn't
hit
with
points.
us and we had to handle this by ourselves, Kurzak would have looked at you and you would have disappeared.
Well, they wouldn't have been where they were at if Sahona wasn't with you guys.
So Spencer, Sahona wasn't with us. You might not be dead.
Really? That's true.
How is Austin pitted on an elf like that?
All right.
Well, yeah, it's clearly her fault.
Horror. It's clearly her.
The world works in
Thunder
balance.
Claw.
I've been learned this many times over as a
That's
disciple
a
of the
fail.
dragons. That's why the chromatic dragons and the metallic dragons exist to balance out the world.
5 points of
So if
damage.
Sahona wasn't here, there'd
Okay.
be less of us, so there'd be less
Full
power on their
attack
side,
round
and you would still be
from-
alive.
Naomi.
Naomi.
Fucking knife here.
26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah, now I really don't need your
1 point of damage.
You sure? I have one.
He has.
I have one now.
I know. I saw.
22 to hit.
That'll hit.
3 points of damage.
Okay.
And then no. And then Koru is going to take a full round against the dude right next to him there.
Okay.
Make sure you roll for that thunderclap.
Yeah, I already did.
Here it is.
I thought those were the little
Nope.
burb attacks.
Oh, he did the thundercloud and then the verb attacks.
Nope. Miss.
All right. We will go to. Oh, never mind. Deshiva. What does Deshiva want to do? Deshiva is in bad territory. Realizes that can't get out.
You can. 5 foot step there.
Yeah.
Diagonal back right.
Diagonal.
Is that
It's
everything?
kind of awkwardly downstairs, but okay.
A 5 foot step isn't also just a one, step thing. She could, or he could do some interesting, back
Close it
flip
up.
cartwheel thing, and then there and just go. Hit me with your best shot. What's the biggest, baddest thing he's got? Because fucking pull it out. You got me and Kren, and a expendable boy within a radius of fucking give it to us.
Yeah, I think.
If I find out that Deshiva is not about to use her highest level spell slot, I'm gonna be mad.
I think Fireball is better than what she has for the.
Fourth
Fourth
level
level
spells are kind of
spells.
meh.
I don't.
If she can kill me, then Kren turns into an animal.
Yeah, so
That takes out 2 still.
she's gonna do a Fireball back here, so it hits Kren and you, but not him. So give me reflex saves.
I got a 16.
And what does Kren get?
23.
Well, at least is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah.
Because they're good for good reflex.
Finally.
25?
Something good.
And something I needed.
25.
Electricity damage.
Need it for Ukima.
It did.
No, God.
What?
Dead.
Shit.
Oh my god, dude.
He said, how much?
People are dying.
25.
25, which puts me at negative 20.
Wait, is that your
Alright,
mount
guys,
or you?
we need to get
Oh, that's me.
Him.
Oh
we
my
need to get all of our
God.
cons up to 20.
Well, he'd still be dead.
And then Kren turns back into a normal animal as is no longer under my control, which turns into whatever the fuck a tiny little baby rock is. So, fly away, good bird, fly away.
Oh
It's
my
cute.
god.
It is cute. So
This
Kren's
is so
gone.
sad.
Okay. This did not
It
go.
just means that y'all should listen to my cheaty bullshit, and we should have gotten bit.
But you
Honestly.
did get bit,
And I came back.
and now you're dead
Alright.
again.
Yeah, but we should have gotten bit before
So
this session.
Naomi only got hit once for
You might not have been here yet.
4
I was
more
vouching,
damage.
but you should be like,
Okay.
because I was really nervous because I have 50 hit points now as a frontline
right.
fighter.
Oh, you were saying do it again.
And do it again. Go find him again and do it again because I and Cormier wasn't worried. This is why I didn't push for it. But I was worried because I lost 17 hit points. I lost 3 to attack rolls and 1 to damage.
17 hit points.
Negative 1, down 1 con mod and
Okay.
2 negative levels.
So Hona will
Oh,
move
two
there.
negative
5, 5, and
levels.
1 full
I think
level.
And she'll shoot an
yeah.
arrow at Deshiva, but
Hence all my
miss.
saves being lower.
Alright, Oni.
Well, I'm definitely not going to worry about using one of my 2 spells left if this is the case. I was trying to decide because it's going to have at least a... Well...
Jesus.
So where did Sahona go?
Oh,
Oh.
she's over there.
Her background's green, so it fucked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's green.
No, yeah, I will
Then
say
it
give
was
me
all
a
green.
will save
Ooh,
for that boy.
it's green.
DC 18.
And it was all green.
Green machine.
What happens on a pass? What happens on a fail?
Half damage on a pass.
What spell are you using?
Mind thrust 3.
So, how much damage is this?
28 or 14.
Okay.
And this is balls. This is balls. I will go.
And Poshman, it will be your turn next.
Alright.
How much did you get? Did you get a good heal off last turn?
Yeah, actually, I
Yeah,
did. I got 18 points.
Fucking solid.
Yeah, I'll go to that.
So I'm back almost up at full health.
Okay. So, what are you going to do, Poshman?
I'm going to start running in that direction because I just saw 2 of my friends die and that's not good.
Which direction? North?
This direction, yeah. Oh, towards the sorcerer lady.
So, how far can you move?
80?
I think.
Or I mean 40?
No, 40.
I think
No.
80.
So, like, this.
8 squares.
Did you haste him?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got hasted.
If
So
I'm
then, yeah.
hasted,
20 goes to 40, goes to 80. Yeah.
I have boots of striding and sprinting, so
Which don't
Stack.
just don't stack. But it does mean I have 30. Or it doesn't. Yeah, it just makes 40 because they don't stack. Damn it. Yeah, I got 40. But yeah, it doesn't matter that much.
8?
Because I just need.
Oh my goodness, if you right click, you can do a second guy.
What?
Oh!
What?
Wait,
If you right
What?
click, you can do.
What? You can do for like chain lightnings.
That's cool. I never knew that.
Huh.
oh my
So anyways,
God, dude.
like this
That's
is
cool.
this is 40-ish range for you.
Right. I guess really what it just needs to be is I
That's-
need to be able to
seems
see the misnamed.
Oh, move Kren off the board.
On your turn.
Can I move Crane?
Coming.
Didn't we
Bye,
pass
Kren.
my turn?
I see.
Bye, Kren.
the
Because where did
Ninetales.
Deshiva's turn? Yeah, because Deshiva was a 13, wasn't he? And then I was the
Oh,
10
okay,
right
yeah.
after. So Kren still flies in an insanely fast
So,
speed.
yeah, where
That's
do you
not
wanna
an
go?
animal companion thing. That's a rock thing.
Question: can I see the Ninetales from my map now? Or do I
No,
need to-
this actually is
Kren
probably
turned back
mon-
into a one-hit
like,
die regular rock.
This is probably like a
Or draconic
10
rock.
foot or 15 foot
I don't know.
standing,
He's
and
a
the
fluff.
Ninetales is behind that.
Right, I'd like to get to the point where I could see.
Yeah, so if you just want to move forward, I mean, you're talking
Sad.
like here, which you still really don't have a good shot at. The
Next
Ninetales
turn
yet.
you would. Where was... So you were here?
Yeah. He was like right here.
Yeah, so he was. I think he was here.
35.
Do you guys not see the ruler on that board?
No, it's the
No.
weird part.
Oh, you only see it up there.
What if he goes to corner?
Now, what
bucket?
if I go here?
Okay, let
Hugs
me-
that thing? It gives him a lot of cover just in general
Right
from
there?
all the things.
Yeah.
and then there's that. I mean, still might be partial cover from stairs and pillar, but
Yeah, you can see. That's what
That's
I'm sure.
all
You
I
target
need.
with a spell.
Magic missile.
No,
No.
it's me.
Magic missile.
No, it's me.
Magic missile. No, here's what I need. I would
Because she has
like.
shield also.
Unfortunately, it's a
Cassie,
will save.
mage armor.
A will save, please.
He's major.
S'il vous plaît.
What cast you spell?
out loud, Mage.
I am casting
She
hold
could
person,
also have shield.
Is it what cast?
and the
That's
DC is an
to
18.
not change how you
You
play.
think it's successful?
Good.
Let's get him out first.
So I'll
Sorry,
cast.
so I use a bigger
I
spell.
casted hold person on this old sword,
Oh,
She's
and it looked like it was successful. Go get them.
go get him. Right.
All
I'm
right,
working on
so
it.
we go to Koru's turn. Roll your angry cloud damage.
Angry cloud. Oh, give me a reflex save. Sorry, I don't know why I rolled that.
That actually might be a pass.
DC 18.
And we cloud.
Nope.
And we cloud.
Night 7. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Good
Good
night.
You got to see some people die.
We love you.
Ooh, good.
That's a dead boy.
15. Yeah, boy, get out of here.
Okay.
Alright.
Yay! Now we're down to one irrelevant.
Alright, in that case, Naomi flies over to the dude down there.
I would get so hurt in a real life fight. I'd be like, you're the tough guy. Everybody else is irrelevant.
Does any damage stop the whole person or no, Mitch?
No.
Okay.
Attacks.
So what happens to the AC, Brock, once they're held? Is it they're helpless?
I think
They are
they-
considered
They are
helpless.
So what does that make their?
There is no AC.
Okay.
You take the action called coup de grace and it's dead. It's a full round action.
Well, Naomi may not, but
Well, Naomi moves and takes an attack and it hits.
okay. So
I think it's a crit.
yeah, it's a crit. So roll
Check.
times
I know
2
coup de grace
damage.
is.
For what?
But I think helpless.
So the creature's
Hold
helpless.
up, before we declare that it's double damage. Helpless.
Your dex is considered 0. A full round to coup de grace. You can't do it if you move up.
Oh,
to it.
okay. You can't do it if you move.
Melee attacks against a helpless target get +4 bonus.
So-
Equivalent to as if they were prone. Range attacks don't get any bonus. So they lose dex. They're still standing, so like armor bonuses are still there.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, he can't move, but armor is still armor.
Yeah.
So is that the flat-footed AC then?
So
Because
flat-footed
his
minus
dex
5.
is 0.
So flat-footed -5.
Oh, okay.
Minus at least 5.
Okay. So roll your attack.
well, flat-footed -5.
Yeah,
'Cause-
5 footers minus 5.
Oh, I guess if you want to give her the +4 instead of reducing it by 4.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying that one was easier because Matt.
Okay.
Nice.
Great. 1 point damage.
Okay.
And Koru will take a full round attack.
So we're gonna move up.
But the, or is you mean against
Oh,
this guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, okay.
He's fighting a little boy. The token is I didn't know
Oh wait,
there
no,
was
no,
a
I
person.
meant Naomi going to attack that guy down there.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
and not fighting the big bad evil guy,
Yes.
but fighting his minions instead.
Yes.
Even though once he dies, the minions are gone.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
I mean,
So, You
Naomi's
deal
got, like
1 point of damage. All right. So
Either
now
way.
Koru makes a full round
Should
attack.
never be less hit points than Kren did.
miss.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
Kren only had 5
Alright.
less hit points than I did in my
And
weekend
then
state.
Oh, you were in a weakened
this
state.
again, and then
Brock's like,
19.
not.
So
Not
20.
bad.
That'll hit.
Really bad.
You told me that. Who said
9
7
and 8 was fucking.
3 points of damage.
But for a
Okay.
flying creature, you need something that had a decent dexterity. Just because flying checks can get up to like 20 or 25 in normal conditions.
All right.
Maneuverability can help with that a lot, though.
So it's the little shit against Naomi. Mrs. Naomi. That 21?
That'll hit.
No. That's what I'm asking. 21 AC? Is your AC
Yeah.
21? Okay,
Yeah.
that'll miss. And that'll miss. Okay, Naomi's safe.
Right.
Wow,
And then-
they really are irrelevant.
We go to Sahona.
Appreciates that.
And since you can't coup from range, she's just
Is
gonna
that what you appreciate?
see.
Okay.
Not a 1, not a 1. This one needs to be not a 7, not a 7. So the hold person.
She also does not get the +4.
Yeah. She just.
Yeah, not against ranged.
Ranged targets do not get the +4 to attack rolls against the helpless target.
Oh.
It is their AC at minus
This was
whatever
a
their dex
flat-footed.
different. Yeah, it's a
Flat-footed
flat-footed
minus
AC.
5,
So that's actually.
depending on what it's dex.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I wasn't giving it the. I was just doing the flat-footed minus the 5 because her dex is 0.
Oh, so she just adds a fuck ton.
But she adds 12.
Oh, her
So
AC just
for-
sucks. Okay.
Well, I mean,
It's
flat-footed AC if you're not wearing any armor because you're a spellcaster.
Mhm.
It's just mage armor, amulet, and a ring.
Yeah. So it's
And
AC.
shield if you were smart.
Didn't have time to do shield. I said other than mage armor, they didn't have preparatory.
And I was assuming you were lying. So, because if you should never declare shield, I don't care how meta the game gets, because that will 100% change the player's choices. Because shield gives you immunity to magic missile,
Which I
a
do like to
guaranteed
cast.
damage spell. So if there's any spell that in its effects would say I shouldn't use these actions, you should never declare them. Like mage armor, you would like no, she has this weird like silhouette of armor around her that's like a magical aura.
All right, so
Energy resistance or shield or anything like that.
because she didn't miss any of those attacks, she ends up taking out the Shiva, and I think we'll call this person dead because that person's irrelevant, and that'll end our combats and our stream for tonight.
Sounds good. Thank you for witnessing our bloodbath.
Sorry that I killed half the party again.
We'll see you on
Where's
Wednesday.
your dice?
Everybody say bye.
Bye.